Baseball greetings. It's a football night in Homer City on another beautiful night for week number 5 as we already reach the midway point of the high school football season. With Ward Hilliard, I'm Mark Burdig in our S&T Bank broadcast booth at Memorial Field as we welcome you to our ITT pregame show. Tonight, the Homer Center Wildcats look to get back on the winning track against the winless Conemaugh Township Indians. They come to town with their new head coach, Brandon Studer, at 0-4. Ward, they've lost their quarterback the past 2 weeks. We'll talk about that as we continue on our ITT pregame show. But he is back tonight. Not necessarily good news for the beleaguered Homer Center Wildcat defense. As a matter of fact, there's only one rush defense worse than Homer Center because they're allowing in the conference an astounding 310 yards rushing per game. But there is one team worse, and they're on the field right behind you, the Indians, who are allowing 373 yards of rush defense per game. So we could see a track meet tonight.
Well, it would be nice to see a little offense from the Wildcats. They have really had trouble getting Landon Hill going. He just hasn't had anywhere to run. The passing game, not too bad. That's good. They have been able to do that. On the other side of the ball, man, that's a massive undertaking. They have got to revamp that defense somehow to stop this kid. This kid is very good, very fast, and that's always bad news for Homer Center because they're not. They're not fast, and they got to protect their ends. They haven't done that all year. You and I have commented many times on some changes that they could make. I'm out of ideas. I'm full of suggestions, but not ideas.
You're talking about John Updike, the quarterback, a senior, one of only 7 on the roster. These are 2 of the younger teams in the Heritage Conference. As a matter of fact, nobody has fewer seniors than Homer Center with 5. Conemaugh Township with 7 is 4th. There's a couple of teams with 7 seniors. Conemaugh Township, very few juniors, too, whereas Homer Center is kind of loaded in that junior class with 12. Conemaugh Township has 15 sophomores. They had 8 on the field last week, probably part of the reason for their struggles. They, just real quickly to give you their first 4 games, lost at River Valley. They were in it for much of the game, actually were leading, I think, at halftime, but they lost 28-7. Went to Portage. They had a big lead, blew it in the 4th quarter. Updike got hurt. I'm sure that had something to do with it. 37-34 loss. Lost handedly at Penns Manor, or actually at Davidsville to Penns Manor on their home turf, 34-7. And then last week they gave up 52 points in the first half, and they lost 52-20. They were trailing 52-6 at the intermission. Homer Center 1-3. They won their opening night. Maybe the suggestion is keep me away because I missed that game due to a family wedding, 29-14. And since then, 42-35 loss at home to Penns Manor, a game they could have won. Lost 42-0 at River Valley, and then last week 46-14. Ward, I dug all the way back in my records. First time ever, and that my records date back to 1923, that Homer Center's given up 40 or more points 3 straight weeks.
That's incredible. It's not typical. As an old Homer Center fan, that's one of the things that's most disappointing. You've always had a lot of pride in our defense and being tough. And tonight, they got to bring that to the fore. They've got to play a lot better on that side of the ball.
As for Updike, back to him. In their first 2 games, he passed for 224 yards, rushed 37 times for 349 yards, a 9.4 average. That might not bode well if you're a Homer Center fan. And we, by the way, we welcome our Conemaugh Township fans that are joining our video stream tonight. He has scored 5 touchdowns in those 2 games. I like this quote from Mike Mastovich. I put it in the game program notes tonight, and if you're coming to the game, pick up a game program. Not only do we have a lot of information in there for you to read, we also know you're supporting the Homer Center football parents with the purchase of that program book. Updike was part of the Indians' PIAA State Championship 400 relay team anchored by Ethan Black, who was supposedly the fastest student athlete in Pennsylvania. He won a couple of individual gold medals. Updike played a key role in the relay team's gold medal. Mike Mastovich, longtime sports director at the Tribune Review, I love this quote, so I used it. He said that Anthony Neal, the Conemaugh Township track coach, said that Updike was such a key to winning that 400 relay that he ran like someone that had his bike stolen. So I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a great quote. And that's just, again, it's not good news for the Wildcats. They have got to do something about that. And one of the key ways to do that, and I'll talk about it when I talk about my keys real quick, but they need to possess the ball. If Homer could get their run game going, they could keep Updike out of there. And that's going to be a big help to them if they can do that.
We'll come back and talk a little bit more about Homer Center's defensive struggles, and then we'll be getting to both coaches. Brandon Studer of Conemaugh Township, who graduated from Conemaugh Valley High School, and Greg Page, the coaches report with Coach Page coming up next. Where were you, Ward Hilliard? You have a good memory, right?
Used to.
Valentine's Day 2000.
Well, I can't tell you that.
I can.
You can, huh?
You were with me in the Homer Dome calling Brandon Studer's 72-65 victory over our good friend George Solkowski's team. And as a freshman, he scored 26 points, and Coach Solkowski prided himself on defense.
Yeah, that might have been my son's team.
Well, he went on to a very prolific career in football. He passed for 2,682 yards from 2000 to 202. And then in basketball, he's Cambria County's second all-time leading scorer. He finished his career with 2,540 points. Mario Sacco is going to be watching tonight. Of course, he's enjoying a nice media career up in Syracuse, and they're good friends. They went to W&J together, and Brandon said Mario couldn't guard him a lick. So with that note, we'll go to break. Coming up next, as we start our break, we're going to take you on a trip around the Heritage Conference, a weekly feature put together by Jake Slobotnik. He'll tell you all about the action throughout the area. And we'll come back and talk a little bit more before we get to both coaches' interviews when our ITT pregame show continues right here on the Renda Media Football Network.
The Heritage Conference football standings are starting to take shape, and we have a few surprises and a few teams that were picked to finish near the top. But things get interesting this week as there are several key matchups on the slate. Hi, everyone. This is Jake Slobodnik with your trip around the Heritage Conference for Week 5. Coming off back-to-back wins over Homer Center and Cambria Heights, the River Valley Panthers look to start a winning streak as they welcome the West Shamokin Wolves to Salzburg. It'll be a hard task, though, as the Wolves are led by Swiss Army knife Lou Schwartz, who can make opposing defenses pay either on the ground or through the air. Catch all the action on Cat Country 106.3 FM and streaming live at catcountry1063fm.com. Our U92 Heritage Conference Game of the Week features the 3-1 Penns Manor Comets, who look to extend their winning streak to 4 as they battle the 2-2 Cambria Heights Highlanders in Patton. Cambria Heights almost finished a comeback last week against River Valley, but a few costly turnovers proved to be the difference maker. Todd Marino has the call on the new U92.5 FM and streaming at u92radio.com. In Homer City, the Homer Center Wildcats look to rebound after a thrashing from United Valley last week as they host winless Conemaugh Township. Mark Birding and Ward Hilliard have the call on WCCS, WCCSradio.com, and Renda Digital TV, presented by the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. Other matchups feature the undefeated United Valley Lions hosting Marion Center and Naniglow. The Stingers upset Portage last week and look to shake up the conference yet again. Meanwhile, Portage battles Northern Cambria in a battle of two Cambria County teams, and Conemaugh Valley looks for its first win at Tom Musick Stadium against the Purchase Line Red Dragons. That's all for now. Enjoy this week's slate of games, and remember that you can relive all the action Saturday morning on the Luther Ford Coaches Corner program on WDAD and WDADradio.com. I'm Jake Slobodnik, and I'll see you next week when we take another trip around the Heritage Conference.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Milk every moment. Introducing the new Colonial Advantage at Colonial Auto Group. Our complimentary program with every new and used vehicle. 1 year of no-charge maintenance, meaning you can enjoy your new vehicle and let us take care of the rest. Plus, a lifetime warranty. That's a $2,500 value. The Colonial Advantage program is our way of giving you peace of mind with every Colonial vehicle purchase. Colonial Auto Group, home of the Colonial Advantage. Visit shopcolonialcars.com.
Welcome back to our S&T Bank broadcast booth. People Forward Banking, S&T Bank, and we welcome you back to our ITT pregame show. Just the fifth all-time meeting between Homer Center and Conemaugh Township. Wildcats have never lost. They have won all 4 games, the last meeting coming in 2013, a 38-12 Wildcat victory. So we'll see what happens here tonight. We've talked about both defenses being beleaguered against the rush ward. These are amazing numbers for Homer Center. The not ones that I even like to talk about, but the last, I'm going to discount dead possessions, and there's only a couple of those where at the end of a half a team took a knee and the clock ran out. But discounting dead possessions, the Wildcats have been on defense 21 times against Penns Manor, River Valley, and United, and they've stopped those 3 teams every single time except for 19 out of the 21. The 2 exceptions were a Penns Manor fumble and a River Valley punt, and that came while they were playing reserves, if you remember. And in the 19 touchdown drives, opponents have run 102 plays and averaged 8.1 yards per play.
It's incredible. It's just something that's you're just not used to around here. And, as we said many times, they're going to have to do something about it.
There's another stat. Last year, the Wildcat defense was pretty stout against the rush. They only gave up 1,489 yards in 11 games, 135 per game. This year, as they try to rebuild that defense, they've permitted 1,239 yards already in just 4 games. The Indians have already given up more than that 1,489. They've given up 1,490.
That's pretty amazing, too. But
so we'll see what happens. But on a positive, Coach Page hated that I brought this up. Homer Center's passing game, even with Braden Dunn, 6 for 6 last week. They've completed 72% of their passes between Dunn and Alexander. They're the only team in the Heritage Conference that hasn't thrown an interception.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with they're going to that short passing game that we've been talking about all year long. That's what you got to do. It's a way to control the ball. So let's hope they continue that tonight.
When we continue on our ITT pregame show, you're going to hear from Brandon Studer. Yeah, he was a really good athlete at Conemaugh Valley High School, where he also coached a little bit of basketball there, and he was an assistant football coach the last 3 years at Conemaugh Township before taking over the program. And he's the business manager now for Conemaugh Township. Got a little bit of his history, worked for Aldi Company a little bit, and got into school administration on the business side, and he's at Conemaugh Township as their business manager. So he's up next. He'll be followed by head coach Greg Page of the Wildcats. That and more as we roll on from Memorial Field on this beautiful night for football. Hopefully on your way. If you're looking for parking, the school's always an option, and it's a short walk down Wildcat Alley. More to come with Ward. We'll be back to Memorial Field with Coach Studer right after this on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Luxembourg's Jewelers, a proud supporter of all the area athletes, would like to wish the best of luck to all the Heritage Conference schools and, of course, the Indiana Little Indians this season. With 2 convenient locations, Luxembourg's Jewelers is the winning choice for gifts of any occasion. Show your school pride with gifts ranging from beautifully logoed coffee mugs, keychains, money clips, water bottles, and more. From the Indiana Mall to downtown Indiana, Hip, Jeff, and the Luxembourg's team wishes everyone an MVP season. Luxembourg's Jewelers is Indiana's jeweler.
Hello, this is Jay
and Shannon
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
This is State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all of our student athletes and their families every success. Friday Night Lights are always exciting, and I recognize how important it is for students to be involved in activities, whether it be in athletics or the performing arts. I salute not only all of our students, but also all who guide them, on and off the gridiron. And I wish all of our hometown teams the best of luck this season.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Welcome back to our ITT pregame show from Memorial Field in Homer City with first-year head coach Brandon Studer of the Conemaugh Township Indians. And Coach, not off to the start you would like at 0-4, but I have to ask your thoughts on joining the Heritage Conference. Overall, how's it been?
As much as it's been unwelcoming, it's been welcoming, if that makes sense. We knew coming into Heritage it was going to be a tough conference for us. We know there's no down weeks, and in that aspect, the Heritage didn't disappoint. We're just taking week to week, looking to become a better football team than we were the week before, and that's our goal right now. So, you know, we've learned a lot in these first 4 weeks. I'm hoping again to just make every week better than the week it was before. Compete with the guys that we have healthy and ready to go, and that's kind of what our goals are at the moment.
Speaking of health, of course, like Homer Center, you've had issues with your star quarterback, John Updike, has been out the last 2 weeks. Homer Center lost their quarterback, Angelo Alexander. You've both struggled on the defensive side of the ball against the rush. I guess everybody wants to know about the status of Updike as far as playing tonight.
Sure. I think Homer Center and us are very similar. I think we're similar in the personnel that we have, and I think we're similar in the first few weeks of the season on how it has gone for us. Really, Updike tonight is a game-time decision. He's been out the last 2 weeks. Again, I know we talked earlier in the week, and we want to make sure that his return is what it needs to be. So we're going to see how he's feeling tonight, and then after warm-ups, we'll decide where he fits in the game plan tonight.
Your scouting report on Homer Center, Coach.
Sure. Again, I think they're similar to us. I think if they're super healthy, they're a good team and tough to beat. I know with the number one calling the signals, they look to throw the ball a little more than they do when he's out, which it's hard to replace a good quarterback in short notice or in any notice at all. A guy like that's tough to replace. So, again, we think it's going to be a hard-fought night, and whoever makes, I think, the least amount of mistakes, and I think whoever wins the turnover battle tonight will win the game.
Thanks, Coach. And on a lighter note, your old college buddy at W&J, right, Mario Sacco, Homer Center grad, he's already reached out to me, and he wondered if you scored a point in the Homer Dome in your couple of appearances there in your prolific career.
Oh, yeah, we go way back. Like I said, I think he'll be watching tonight. I always send my best to Mario. We've had many battles on and off the field, in the dorm room, in the classroom, you can name it. But, yeah, Mario Sacco and the rest of the Sacco family, they're great people, and I'm happy to be able to come back to Homer City, even though it's not in a uniform, but in a coaching, it's always a great place to be. Great atmosphere.
Valentine's Day 2000, I called your game at Homer Center. You beat the Wildcats, and as a freshman, you put 26 on the board. So how about that little nugget for you?
That's a good one. Hopefully we can reciprocate that tonight, just in a different sport.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
That's Brandon Studer, head coach of the Conemaugh Township Indians, and we're coming back with more on our ITT pregame show. We'll go to the other sideline, visit with head coach Greg Page of the Wildcats, that and more, as we continue right here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Save big during the Dowd's Custom Order Sales Event. Buy one item at Dowd's special sale price and get a second item of equal or lesser value at half off. That's right, every other item at half off. Dowd's has the latest trends in custom furnishings, plus America's finest manufacturers. And the savings are incredible. Plus, get free financing for 1 full year. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Oh, hi, Nick Moore, head coach of the state runner-up Homer Center Lady Wildcats. When I'm not game prepping with the girls,
I'm creating financial game plans at Walbeck Insurance. We take time to learn about your specific needs to create a game plan tailored just for you, whether it is auto, home, life, health, or business insurance. Come see me, Nick Moore, at Walbeck Insurance, where we offer more choices, more savings.
Call 724-479-9378 to let Coach Nick make a game plan for you.
Welcome back to Memorial Field as we continue with our ITT pregame show. It's time for the head coach Greg Page show, as always presented and insured by the Walbeck Insurance Agency. We just had Rob in our conference room the other day, and we're going to do one of these interviews, if you're willing, Coach, right down at the agency outside. So give Rob a little love. We'll give him some tonight, too.
He has our insurance. He's got my mother's insurance. So, yeah, we'll get down there.
He's got my insurance. Maybe that will give us a discount.
Tell him he has to supply some food, though.
That's a deal. I think he'll do it. He was worried about his shrubs, I think, so he has to get them tidied up. Coach, just the second home game as we enter the midway point of the season already, so I'm sure it's finally going to feel good to walk down Wildcat Alley.
It will, yeah. It's everybody's schedule's different, and we had the one so far, but it'll be nice to get a couple here in a row. The weather's turning in favor of more football weather, and it'll be good to get back in front of the great fans at the friendly confines.
Another tough week last week at United Valley, and not to make excuses, Greg, but only 5 seniors, the fewest in the Heritage Conference, and it hasn't happened a lot under your watch, but you've been through it a time or two with young teams, most notably in 2011, but I'm sure this kind of tests your patience.
It does, but, I think about it a lot personally, and I have to be, I'm the face that they see every day and that coordinates things, and so I've had the good face on, because I believe, even with some of the things that we've done, especially the last couple of weeks, things haven't gone real well, that you have to be able to turn around and keep things positive and keep that good energy going. And I'm seeing that. I mean, we saw glimpses last week at different times during that game against a really good team in our conference, and we just need to do that more, and we need to do a lot more things better.
Coach, defensively, it's been a real struggle, no doubt about that, for both of the teams that are participating tonight, as a matter of fact. In the case of the Wildcats, I mentioned the young team that you have. Is it a matter of physical maturity and how you might match up against certain opponents, mindset, maybe finding a level of consistency, or, because at times they've made plays, it's just been a struggle to do it on a consistent basis?
Yeah, and you talk about, one of the points you mentioned was about, the team or scheme we're facing, and I really worried about that and thought that came to fruition in the Penns Manor game, with that wing tee and a lot of new guys in there. I was real disappointed with the River Valley game. I mean, it was a lot of straight-ahead stuff or tosses and just sweeps or off-tackle plays, and we either were out of position or maybe the scheme was not set for that particular look, and we talked about that. And other than that, it was a lack of physicality at times too. And, last week it was a little bit less of that, but, we just didn't tackle well enough, and those are things that we really do stress and work on. And you just have to hope with each game under your belt with younger guys that it's going to start to click.
And offensively, it's been much the same, right? You have a backup quarterback, Braden Dunn, who's kind of learning on the job at the varsity level, which is tough. But there have been positives, just not on a possession-by-possession basis.
And that's what I crave. It's a great point. That's what I want to see. And we were getting at with a kid like Angelo, who is more accustomed and he's got that quarterback experience. But I'll say this about Braden: he has no reservations about taking the keys. Because he knows he's not really a true quarterback. But to put a guy like him there, who's a gamer and doesn't get phased and has the athletic ability and the intelligence, we'll roll from there until we can get some other news. And so I have confidence in him. We're working him there. We're doing some other things with direct snaps, but it's got to come from everybody. It's got to come from up front. Receivers and other backs have to execute as well.
Speaking of just playing off what you said until we find other news or find out some other news, what is the situation with Angelo Alexander? Is he done for the year officially or not yet?
No, and what we're waiting on, I believe he told me they have a scan appointment for next week. I think they'll just look and see what's up there and maybe get some more news, and they can make an informed decision as a family. And we'll just see what it is, because right now there is a little bit of unknown. I feel for him. He's worked so hard for this, and I hope we get good news, and we'll just take it from there.
Yeah, I hope so, too. I'm sure he loves the great game of football. Coach, turnovers are always big. We talk about them all the time. But you've been really good on offense. I think 3 of your 4 turnovers have come on special teams, and you're the only team, I hope I don't jinx you, the only team in the conference that has not thrown an interception. So really on offense, despite some of the adversity at the Q situation, you've taken pretty good care of the ball. But on the defensive side, you've forced only 2 turnovers, and that's not good enough.
Yeah, ideally, and every coach wants this. You want the maximum on both sides. I think defensively, that's just a product of we haven't been zeroing in on guys. We haven't been that physical, the physical aspect that we want. Sometimes that can create fumbles. We haven't given up a lot in the passing game because teams have been running on us. And on the flip side, I have been pleased. Our passing concepts that we zeroed in on this year, I think have really been effective. Angelo demonstrated that, and we kind of had limited some of that for Braden because by talking with him and everything, and he's made some good decisions too. So we're happy with that. We got to get the running game going. We got a great back. We got a couple good backs. We just got to get the running game going better.
Okay, Conemaugh Township 0-4. There's uncertainty with their quarterback situation. John Updike was a handful for River Valley and for Portage in the first 2 weeks of the season. He's been out, we believe, with a shoulder injury, has not been medically cleared as of Tuesday. There's rumors he could return. How challenging is that for you and your staff to prepare for the unknown?
Well, there's a couple different things there. First off, with Updike, they're much better, and that's not a knock on any other kid they might put there. I think the kid's a really good athlete. He's big. He can run. He can really run. And he's going to make people miss just because of his size. He's going to be able to ward off defenders. He brings 2 dimensions to them. He can throw, and he's really effective as a runner. However, without him, they've been going to the air more. And the kid, I think it's the Schaefer kid, it's thrown for over 200 yards, if I'm not mistaken, in the last 2 games. So he's shown a penchant to be able to have them spread teams out and be able to throw the ball. So that's like trying to prepare for everything. And the uncertainty, I got to the early part of the week and I said, you know what, the heck with it. We're just going to prepare for what we've seen and be ready for either situation, and you have to be. So I'm really, really concerned about either one of those scenarios.
Finally, you said you want to get the ground game going, maybe the right team at the right time. They've given up over 400 yards a game rushing.
Well, I hope we can get it going. I know teams that have had poor statistics defensively at times over the years have played better against us, and I'm not sure exactly why that is. We feel like we've pinpointed a few things that could work and help our guys up front. I hope that's the case. Really what it comes down to is it's just about coming off the ball, and that's just not our tackle to tackle. That's tight ends, that's running backs that have to block, that's execution and scheme in the backfield to help those guys. Everybody has to play with a greater purpose in that phase of the game.
Coach, as always, thanks for doing this. We appreciate your cooperation, and we'll talk to you on the postgame show.
Thank you guys very much.
Head coach Greg Page presented and insured by Walbeck Insurance. Yeah, take our advice. Give Rob a call and let him give you an instant quote at Walbeck Insurance in Homer City. Coming back with more on our ITT pregame show, Ward Hilliard will rejoin me on the other side of this break as we get to our Luther Ford keys to the game, the Wildcats and the Conemaugh Township Indians.
Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club invites you to take a look at the club voted Best in Indiana County 2023. Inside, you can find members unwinding with friends and enjoying delicious food like their homemade pizza. You can relax in the club by playing darts, pool, or shuffleboard. The club is a great place to watch your favorite team with family and friends. Proud to sponsor the Wildcats, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Grayston.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Did you know Citizens Ambulance Service is there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Did you know, just like today, Citizens Ambulance is there for your local high schools, IUP, and their student athletes every week?
Did you know Citizens Ambulance Service is there for you because of you?
Household memberships help cover the cost of being ready 24/7 for the community. Becoming a new member is easy. Stay tuned in the coming weeks to find out how. Community support makes it work.
The gang's all here. Our spotter in the booth has arrived, Dennis Mester. Our statistician, the limo, just dropped him off, Jerry Rossi. He'll be bringing you stats all night long. And our video stream being presented by the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. I'm going to mention something about them in a moment. But on Renda Digital TV, of course, they do a great job of supporting it, making it all possible. I'm going to show you something because we just had a commercial from Citizens Ambulance on Renda Digital TV. And in the end zone is the ambulance that's here each and every game, every event here at Memorial Field. And they are our Red Zone sponsor. When either team gets into the Red Zone, Citizens Ambulance Service is our Red Zone sponsor. Their membership drive right around the corner. Please support them. I need to do it. You need to do it. We all need to do it and help them because, frankly, we don't need them struggling anymore from a financial standpoint. And we do appreciate their partnership with Renda Media on our broadcasts, and we thank them. As for Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, this Wildcat special is phenomenal tonight. 12-inch thin crust pizza for only $5, $1 additional for toppings. Order yours, stop down, enjoy the game, or pick it up, 724-479-3985, 724-479-3985. And the Homer Center, our marching band, going to present the alma mater and then the national anthem. More during the alma mater, can you quickly go through our Luther Ford keys to the game?
Yeah, I'll do it real quick. For Conemaugh Township, they got to create some cracks for Updike. If he gets a hole, he's going to be gone. Defensively, they got to figure a way to stop Landon Hill. They've had trouble stopping people, too, so that's going to be another issue. And then they cannot turn the ball over. They're on the road. You don't want to be getting into turnovers. On the other side of the ball, excuse me, Homer Center needs to certainly establish Landon Hill. We've been talking about that for a long, long time. So they've got to get him going tonight. Defensively, they got to tackle better and play more swarming defense. And the other thing, create some turnovers. Make it a little easier on yourself. We'll see if that happens. But they've got to do some things to win a football game, and those are 3 things they got to do.
Amazingly, Homer Center's taken care of the ball pretty well this year. They only have 4 turnovers. 3 of them were on special teams, but they haven't forced any turnovers either. Only 2 all season long. Keys to the Game brought to you by Luther Ford Lincoln, right up over the hill from Memorial Field. And our coverage on the ITT pregame show will continue with the starting lineups right after this on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
At Grand
Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, Eco Sport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club was founded 65 years ago to support and sponsor a startup midget football program. Some 65 years later, the Boosters have grown and now serve as the primary recreational arm of the Homer Center School District, sponsoring various sports such as baseball, softball, elementary boys and girls basketball, and yes, Bears football remains the foundation for our Varsity Wildcats program, teaching the basic skills to our children. Go Bears and go Wildcats from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club.
Back with you on our ITT pregame show. We continue with the starting lineups brought to you by Maine's Chiropractic. Good crowd coming into Memorial Field on this gorgeous night for football. And John Updike is back as the starting quarterback. Ward Hilliard for the Indians. We had 3 listed on our depth chart because of the uncertainty of his condition, but after missing back-to-back weeks, he is back tonight, and he brings with him a lot of speed. So you can start with him as you give the Indians starting lineup.
Well, we'll just mention that, John Updike, quarterback 6'2", 195, one of the few seniors to start there. They start 2 tight ends, however. Sam Schaefer, one of them, a junior, 5'10", 155. Left tackle, Josh Baker, sophomore, 6 foot, 250. Left guard will be Jacob Bardis, a sophomore at 6'2", 210. Center is Colton Hoffman. He's a senior, 5'11", 190. Julian Thorne, the right guard, a sophomore, 5'8", 158. Hayden Henry, the right tackle, a junior, 6 foot, 218. And the other tight end will be Luke Weber, a junior at 5'10", 173. Joining Updike will be Liam Richardson at fullback, sophomore, 5'9", 173. The running back is Cameron Dunn. He is a junior, 5'10", 145, and Kyler Mousey will be the wingback. He is a senior at 5'10", 170.
Starting lineups presented by Maine's Chiropractic. And for the Homer Center Wildcats, thanks to Chris Garetano, who's the public address announcer here at Memorial Field. He's a faculty member at Homer Center, does an outstanding job with the comm media department. And on Renda Digital TV, you will see the players introducing themselves. And here on WCCS AM 1160 and 101.1 FM, you will hear the Wildcats starting lineups. And here we go. Homer Center starters.
WCCS.
I'm Brace Dunn.
I'm 5'9", 160 pounds, and I play quarterback.
Jackson Arone, 6'1", 165 pound, wide receiver, free safety.
Hi, my name is Dan Jones. I am 5'9", and I am 143 pounds, and I play corner and receiver.
Hi, my name is Will Jones. I'm 5'11", 152 pounds, and I play wide receiver.
Landon Hill, 6'1", 205 pounds, play running back and outside linebacker.
Hi, my name's Caleb Palmer. I'm a 6 foot, 200 pound tight end and outside linebacker.
Hi, my name is Garrett Green. I'm 6'1", 220 pounds, and I play right tackle and D-end. Roll Tide.
Hi, I'm Caden Bernard. I'm 5'10", 195. I play right guard.
My name is Caden McAnulty. I am a 6 foot tall, 220 pound nose guard and center.
I'm Josh Luchuk. I'm 170 pounds, and I play left guard.
Hi, I'm Elijah Butterly. I'm 5'11", 245 pounds. I play left tackle and right defensive end.
I'm Brady Fraser. I'm a 6'1", 160 pound kicker and punter.
The Wildcats have just taken the field here with the horn going off as it traditionally does when they come out or score a touchdown. Fans, it's always good to be ranked number one, right? The gold standard of care at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville is once again not gone unnoticed because IRMC at Chestnut Ridge was voted the best urgent care and walk-in clinic in the Best of Indiana County contest. And it's no wonder at Urgent Care they fast-track you and get you quick access to their team of medical experts. Highly trained and ready to treat all minor injuries and illnesses, open 7 days a week from 8 till 8. Located off of Old Route 22 in Blairsville, where you can get in, get out, get better. A part of the IRMC family. Better health, better life. And fans, that's the ITT pregame show. We're going to come back with the opening kickoff when we return to Memorial Field. It's the 0-4 Conemaugh Township Indians and the 1-3 Homer Center Wildcats looking to get back on track in just their second home game of the season as we reach the midway point of the Heritage Conference season. Coming right back to Memorial Field for the opening kickoff right after this on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Save big during the Dowd's Custom Order Sales Event. Buy one item at Dowd's special sale price and get a second item of equal or lesser value at half off. That's right, every other item at half off. Dowd's has the latest trends in custom furnishings, plus America's finest manufacturers. And the savings are incredible. Plus, get free financing for 1 full year. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
You at Memorial Field, the quad captains for the Homer Center Wildcats, Caleb Palmer, Jackson Arone, Garrett Green, and Caden Bernard, the 4 seniors. John Updike back in action tonight for Conemaugh Township, one of the captains for the Indians, and his teammates, quite frankly, are blocked right now. Now I'm getting a better view. Hayden Henry, a junior, Colton Hoffman, and also Kyler Mozzie, one of their receivers. And this is kind of ceremonial here. They did the actual coin toss about a half hour ago with the captains, and they go through it again.
Well, it field's in great shape, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to thank the crew here, Ed Sutter, and also Mookie Wilson, and Greg Garanzi. Roach has a lot to do with the field conditions here, too. It's really, as Ed Sutter told me, it's Greg Garanzi and Mookie that do the heavy lifting. So I missed it, Dennis.
Dennis did the windows. He got to get credit for these windows.
Oh, okay, good. Not only is he a spotter, and I'm looking down, and I missed who won the toss. I missed it twice. Going to receive? Oh, they're deferred and they will kick. All right.
Well, that used to be a good strategy, but anymore it's not recommended. But hey, happy birthday to my son Michael. He was born on the 19th of September. And when that happens, we wish our mutual friend, Mr. Jim Costello, a happy birthday, and then throw in Duke Snyder. Jim always tells me that.
Kickoff being sponsored by Grand Beginnings Children's Center. Get your children ready to shine at Grand Beginnings Children's Center in Indiana. The Wildcats, if you're listening, if you're watching, you already know, but they are decked out in their black uniforms, home uniforms, black pants, black jerseys, black helmets. The Indians, black pants, white helmets, trimmed in black and red.
Yeah, these are adventures, Mark, these kickoffs.
They've been a little better this year. Brady Frazier has been kicking better. Kick coverage has been suspect at times. That's the issue. And we are just about underway here on Renda Digital TV, presented by the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, and also on WCCS. As always, our IRMC High School Sports Nights on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC. Better health, better life, and here's our Grand Beginnings Children's Center kickoff. Good end over end kick. Going to be taken at the 19-yard line, and with the football, it is DJ Bambino, and he's going to be dragged down by Brian Mills.
Nice play by Brian Mills. He closed and made the tackle right away.
Mills is a young man I've been preaching a little bit, wanting to see him
I'm in agreement.
More time.
I think he should be offensively. He looks like the real deal.
Well, Homer Center a couple of weeks ago gave up a touchdown to a speedy quarterback by the name of Luke Woodring, but he's not nearly as fast as Updike, who returns to action tonight to lead this offense. He's rushed 39 times for 339 yards, 5 touchdowns. He's 11 of 26 through the air, 130 yards. And he comes out with split backs. He goes from the shotgun. They shuffle a man behind the line of scrimmage, and they give it off the left side, and with the football is the fullback that Ward just mentioned in the starting lineups, Liam Richardson. He slants off the left side from the 27-yard line up to the 30. On the stop was middle linebacker Isaiah McCracken.
Much better effort that time. Homer closed in on the run here. Had closed the hole up beautifully, and McCracken made the tackle, which is what you got to do, short tackling.
Kyler Mozzie, receiver to the right boundary, their leading receiver with 11 receptions, and Updike hands it off and clogged up the middle, and they push back the ball carrier. Let's see who has that football for the Indians, and it is the number 5, Cameron Dunn, on the carry. Landon Hill made the tackle. Some changes with Homer Center's defense as far as positioning. Inside backers are McCracken and Caleb Palmer now. Jackson Arone is what they call the bandit linebacker. Jackson Taylor, nose guard. Eli Butterly and Garrett Green, the ends. Landon Hill, the weak side linebacker. Although he's strong side now, isn't he?
Yep.
And they pitch it, and with the football, it is again Cameron Dunn, and he's up to the 31-yard line. He's going to be about a yard shy of the first down.
Well, that's good. That's encouraging if you're a Homer fan. Nice job, Landon Hill there.
Jackson Arone on the tackle. What's interesting to me, and let's see if they're going to punt, they do take Updike off the field. Their punter is Colin Stahl, who wears number 15, and he is out there. The long snapper is Sam Schaefer. So interesting, 0-4, but again at your own 36-yard line. 4th and 1. Look for anything, though, right?
Yeah, and they may be protecting him.
Left-footed kicker, floating kick, and it's caught. Fair catch called for at the 35-yard line, where the Wildcats will take over. Well, Ward, I mentioned 19 of the last 21 possessions. Homer Center's allowed a touchdown. Only 2 times were Penns Manor fumbled, and then a River Valley punt. They got a 3 and out.
How about that? And that was encouraging. They swarmed the ball well. They closed the holes. They weren't getting blown off the line like we've seen in the last couple of games. So that's encouraging. Hopefully that will continue. See how they do offensively now, Mark.
Homer Center sends out their offense, led by backup quarterback Braden Dunn. They start at their own 35-yard line, and they have Dunn in the gun, of course, with a double H-back to the right. Landon Hill to the left, and Dunn takes the direct snap, stumbles a little bit, and gets 2 or 3 yards. I'm not sure if he tripped over one of his own guys or just lost his own footing. On the tackle was Colton Hoffman. Homer Center's offense averages 19.5 points a game, 131 yards rushing, 128 passing, 259 yards, which ranks 7th in the 12-team Heritage Conference. Talked about it a little bit as Dunn going to come off, hobbled a little bit.
Kind of stunned himself when he tripped.
Wildcats are a -1 in the giveaway takeaway department. Only 2 takeaways, 4 turnovers, and 3 of those on special teams. So it's Landon Hill who will take the direct snap, breaks the tackle, and then leans for a yard to the 43-yard line. He'll be about 2 yards shy of the first down. And speaking of Landon, climbing the hill is Hill. He has rushed for 271 yards so far this year, 2,248 in his career, which is currently ranked 8th all-time for Homer Center. He needs 20 yards tonight to pass Sean Buggy and 83 to pass Mike Hilliard, who played here from 96 to 98. Yes, that is Ward's son. Mike currently sits in 6th place. Here comes Landon. Good little jump cut. They got a partial face mask, and they say they ripped the ball away. The officials haven't ruled one way or the other. It looks like they're going to rule him down at the 47, which will be good for a Wildcat first down.
How did they miss that? That was pretty evident, the face mask penalty.
This Conemaugh Township defense, 37.8 points per game they've allowed, 52 last week to West Shamokin. An astounding 373 yards rushing per game, 35 yards passing, 408 yards last in the conference. And Dunn is back in there. Looks good to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30. Tackled from behind by Tim Collins of the Conemaugh Township Indians. And a good gain from the 47 of Homer Center. We have an injury too, and we will have an injury timeout. 8:08 remaining in the first quarter. Conemaugh Township, Tim Collins, the tackler, is on his back and in some difficulty. They're going to attend to him. We'll step out. We remind you about that pizza special at the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. That's $5 for a 12-inch thin crust pizza tonight, $1 additional for toppings. Go down and enjoy the game with the crew down there, or give them a call. Pick up your pizza, 724-479-3985. 479-3985. 8:08 to play in the first quarter. We're scoreless on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
The Twin Cities Event Hall is the perfect place to host your next special occasion. The event hall is located on the grounds of the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, featuring everything you need to make your next event shine. Inside the club, you can find members unwinding in the spacious bar and game room, enjoying great food and just gathering with each other watching their favorite team. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club in Twin Cities Event Hall, voted best in Indiana County 2023.
Milk every moment.
Brought down by Brendan Lohr.
Colton Huffman.
Also Colton Huffman being announced. Hey, we want to say hello to our man upstairs running the camera in the upper deck. Had a great junior high game just yesterday. That is Gabe Cobaugh. And I think he scored 26 of their points in a win against United Valley. So, Gabe, thanks for your work tonight. Here's Braden Dunn rolling to his right, looking, throwing underneath, has Dan Jones open at the 18, makes a move at the 15, going to be tackled inside the 10, and the Wildcats are going to have a first and goal after a 23-yard gain. Braden Dunn, who was 6 for 6 last week, completes his first pass tonight. The Wildcats are in the Citizens Ambulance Red Zone. Did you know a Citizens membership is less than $7 per month? Becoming a member is easy as the Wildcats go no huddle. Pistolback is Landon Hill, and he fumbles the football on the exchange, but he dives on it, but he'll lose a yard back outside the 10-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Stay tuned for more details on how to become a member of Citizens Ambulance. It's simple and will make the difference for citizens to continue to serve the community. The membership drive just around the corner. We all need to support them. Just looked like a problem, WA, on the exchange.
The snap was high, and then he didn't have a clean handoff. They were fortunate to get it back.
6:45 scoreless. Wildcats threatening. Ball on the right hash. Wide side of the field toward the Wildcat bench. Give to Hill. No blocking, and down he goes. He's going to lose yardage. Busting through there was Josh Baker, a tackle sophomore, 6 foot 250. They start 1 senior, 3 juniors, and 7 sophomores.
He's getting hit in the backfield, Landon Hill is, and when that happens, he's going nowhere. And that's the thing, Mark. The point of attack, our offensive line has got to do a better job.
Passing situation on 3rd and goal from the 13. Wildcats are the only team in the Heritage Conference not to throw an interception. Dunn throwing wide open. Will Jones catches it near the left pylon. Touchdown, Homer Center. As the Wildcats are on the board, they drive 65 yards, and Will Jones absolutely wide open for his 5th touchdown reception, and it's 6-0 Homer Center.
Boy, that had to be a blown coverage. It looked like a couple of the D-backs got tangled up, and Will was wide open. He don't miss that, and a nice pass again. Braden Dunn is right on the money.
Brady Frazier, the freshman kicker, to attempt the extra point. He's 10 of 11. Snap put down by Braden Dunn, but a flag comes in.
Flag on the play.
We'll see if this is what happened last week at United Valley, and they backed up Homer Center, or did Conemaugh Township line up offside, and that's exactly what they did.
On the Indians.
You might decline that if.
Half the distance to the
well, they're gonna accept the penalty, and if you're going to accept the penalty, there's no point in kicking it because they thought the kick was good. I guess they didn't count the kick there, huh? Okay.
Long snapper is Dan Jones, who caught a pass on that touchdown drive, and it's a good snap. It's put down by Braden Dunn, but the kick is wide left, just a second miss for the freshman. But 6:04 remaining. Wildcats draw first blood just like they did last week against United Valley, but that didn't end up so well. Hopefully this will be a different result. It's 6-0 Homer Center on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Clearly, if there's one kind of food we can all agree on.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Save big during the Dowd's Custom Order Sales Event. Buy 1 item at Dowd's special sale price and get a second item of equal or lesser value at half off. That's right, every other item at half off. Dowd's has the latest trends in custom furnishings, plus America's finest manufacturers. And the savings are incredible. Plus, get free financing for 1 full year. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
Brady Frazier teeing up the ball, just hit that young man's second miss of the season. Wildcat touchdown drive driven by Luther Ford. 8 plays, 65 yards, took 3.5 minutes. 2 for 2 on 3rd down. They pick up 3 first downs along the way. 6 runs, 2 pass plays, both completions. End over end kick. Good kick. Backs
Updike.
Updike up inside the 5-yard line, up the center of the field. That is not Updike, actually. It is Cameron Dunn. And Dunn, pretty good return of about 23 yards up near the 30-yard line. Brian Mills on his second consecutive kick coverage tackle as he continues to work hard. Sean Valuchek, his grandfather's involved at the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. We can't thank them enough for making our video streams possible with their great support. Frankly, we wouldn't be able to do it, so thank you, guys. Updike, now I'm wondering more about that shoulder.
Yeah, I am too.
He did not carry at all in that first drive. Let's see if it changes here. And he's back to pass, throws out in the flat, and it's dropped. Went right through the hands of the intended receiver, Dylan Havanek. On the coverage, Will Jones, credit him with the breakup. 5:54 to play in the first half, 6-0 Homer Center.
On that point after, there was a little pressure up the middle. I think that's probably what distracted Brady enough for him to pull hook at kick, because he doesn't generally miss those.
Indians offense averages 17 points a game. 148 yards rushing, 93 passing, 241 total. That's 9th in the 12-team conference. They're a -3 in the giveaway takeaway department. They haven't turned it over many, 7, but they've had 4 takeaways. Updike to pass again, steps up in the pocket. Little ball fake, up the left sideline. Look at him run to midfield, to the 40, to the 30, to the 25-20, and he is going to take it 70 yards for a touchdown. Look at those wheels in front of the Conemaugh Valley bench, right to the pylon. And we are tied at 6 with 5:43 left here in the first quarter.
You got to contain them, and the Wildcats did not. You cannot let them out on the wings. We talked about this, and you saw that. He just like a shot out of a cannon ran by the defense, not through them. And the Wildcats have got to keep him in the middle of the field. That's all there is to that.
Long snapper is Sam Schaefer, the holder Caden Valentine. Kickers Jackson Satoski, and his 7th extra point of the season is good. And Conemaugh Township, just like that, what has plagued Homer Center continues to plague them. A long run, and the Indians have the lead with 5:43 left in the first quarter. It's Conemaugh Township 7 and the Homer Center Wildcats 6 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Did you know Citizens Ambulance Service is there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Did you know, just like today, Citizens Ambulance is there for your local high schools, IUP, and their student athletes every week?
Did you know Citizens Ambulance Service is there for you because of you?
Household memberships help cover the cost of being ready 24/7 for the community. Becoming a new member is easy. Stay tuned in the coming weeks to find out how. Community support makes it work.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club invites you to take a look at the club voted Best in Indiana County 2023. Inside, you can find members unwinding with friends and enjoying delicious food like their homemade pizza.
Ash 30, 35, and up near the 40-yard line for an 18-yard return. On the kick coverage, Liam Richardson on the tackle. So we're 2 plays, 70 yards, took 16 seconds.
Yeah, that's, again, the onus on the defense is to keep the Updike bottled up, not to let him out there. He gets on the outside, and I think it's all over. We just saw it there. It's just a different level of speed that exists on the field for Homer's defense.
So the Wildcats, let's see. We thought we might see a lot of points here tonight. Trending that way. 5:37 left here in the first quarter. Ball at the 40, and they fake it to Dunn. Here comes, Hill. Dunn keeps it, and Dunn spins for 10 yards and a first down to midfield. Braden Dunn will continue to get more and more comfortable running this offense. It was encouraging for me to hear from Coach Page that depending a test coming soon, that there's a chance we could see Angelo Alexander back this season. Wouldn't that be great news?
Yeah, it'd be good. I'd say Braden, though, is a great athlete. You saw that. I thought that rollout pass was another example of his skills, and those are the kind of things Humber can keep their drives going with those short passes like that.
1st and 10 from midfield. Landon Hill this time. Landon comes near side. Little stutter step move. Look at him. Juke defenders, and he has another first down. He's forced out of bounds inside the 40 at about the 37-yard line, forcing him out. One of my favorite names of the season, the Indians' DJ Bambino.
The great Bambino. Great moves there for a guy the size of Landon Hill. That's pretty nice open field moves, and that's what we've been talking about. You got to get him out in those positions so he can do that kind of thing.
Wildcats operating quickly, and Landon Hill takes the direct snap to the 35. Again, a quick cut to the 30 to the 25-20. Collins, who was trying to drag him down, he finally does. Collins was injured on that last possession, and fans calling for a horse collar, but he had him a jersey. There is a flag, I think, on the far side, so we'll see what the penalty is all about. It is a horse collar.
The distance to the goal from the,
he was going to take that boy all the way in, wasn't he, until he got a little help.
First down and goal for
I had to feel good for Landon. They're running direct snaps to him, the old, what do they call that? Yeah.
Shotgun.
Shotgun, yeah.
Jerry, how many on that run? 30-yard gain for Landon Hill, who has moved up the charts on the all-time rushing list. 1st and goal, the Wildcats in the Citizens Ambulance red zone, and Landon Hill takes the direct snap again. Bottled up, cuts it outside, breaks a tackle, fights through a second one, but he's not going to get to the goal line. Hanging on for dear life was Luke Weber defensively for the Conemaugh Township Indians, the middle linebacker who came through. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Citizens Ambulance has been providing our community with professional emergency medical services for 59 years. Membership drive right around the corner. 4:22 clock moving, 7-6 Indians. Wildcats trying to answer. Homer Center's offense, as I mentioned, averaging 19.5 points per game. Looking for their second touchdown of this first quarter. H back to the right is Caleb Palmer. They also have Isaiah McCracken in there as a sniffer back. And Dunn hands it off to Hill. Hill leans for the goal line, and he's there. Touchdown, Homer Center Wildcats. With 3:59 to play in the first half as the dreaded air horn goes off. 3:59 to play. It's 12-7. Homer Center with the lead back.
That's a nice, putting those two backs in the backfield is just kind of giving a little edge to Landon and to Braden. So that makes it a little easier for them to get into the hole and get it across. And Landon Hill's got to feel like, boy, this is great. It's been a while since he's been in the open field.
For Landon, his 4th rushing touchdown of the season.
They're going for 2, Mark.
In the backfield, Brian Mills joins Braden Dunn and Landon Hill, and the Wildcats want to talk about it. 3:59 left in the first quarter. 2-point conversion pending after this 30-second timeout. It's now Homer Center 12 and the Conemaugh Township Indians 7 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club invites you to take a look at the club voted Best in Indiana County 2023. Inside, you can find members unwinding with friends and enjoying delicious food like their homemade pizza. You can relax in the club by playing darts, pool, or shuffleboard. The club is a great place to watch your favorite team with family and friends. Proud to sponsor the Wildcats, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Grayston.
Plays 60 yards, took 137 off of the clock. And it's 12-7 Homer Center. Some confusion on the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, they weren't sure, I think, if they were going, and they didn't have all their personnel there.
Our digital manager and our digital producer, John Smathers, got to remember to look at this replay monitor that we have back. It's good to have it back. And right between us and our spotter, Dennis Mester. And the Wildcats will go for two. It looks like it'll be Braden Dunn taking the snap. And he fakes it, rolls to his left, throws, and he overshoots his intended receiver, Caleb Palmer, who was breaking open, but threw it a little prematurely. But the Wildcats answer the Indians score. Teams come upfield. We'll have a Wildcat kickoff on an IRMC High School Sports Night. It's now Homer Center 12 and the Conemaugh Township Indians 7 right here on WCCS and on Renda Digital TV, presented by the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club.
Looking to experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
Hello, this is Jay
and Shannon
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
Second District. As we come back, kickoff from Brady Frazier into the hands of Cameron Dunn. And Dunn returns it to about the 35-yard line. Sean Beluchik on the tackle. And Conemaugh Township will take over at their own 35.
Good kicking by Brady. He's getting the ball down there, and then more importantly, the coverage is there, so they're not giving up big run backs. So we'll see how they handle this. Again, you got to bottle up Updike if you want to be successful tonight. It's going to be a track meet from the looks of it.
Updike, the quarterback from the shotgun. Senior center, one of the few in their lineup, is Colton Huffman. And Updike going to hand it off to Collins. Collins runs through 2 tackles, comes near side, but the Wildcats have him corralled. Fumbled the ball late. Let's see how they rule it. Was it out before he was down? And they're going to say yes.
Oh, my.
Well, we're going to get a replay.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have a replay.
I was going to say, it looked like the ground might have caused that, but these officials are a little slow to the step, and maybe they missed that one because they certainly missed a face mask earlier. That's great news for the Wildcats. One of my keys, a turnover. By the way, did you notice the way he rolled on that extra point? It was to the left, one of my pet peeves.
Well, there are 2 sides to the field, though, so you can't go the right side all the time.
Sure.
Or you cut the field in half. 35-yard line's the line of scrimmage for the Wildcats.
Big opportunity here to extend that lead, and that's important.
Just the 4th turnover. I'll double check that. And that's Hill, and nowhere to run there. On the penetration on that tackle, it was Liam Richardson, left defensive end, sophomore, 5'9", 173.
It looks like a play fake off of that handoff there would be wide open out in the flat. The receivers, I think, are going to have a little trouble getting open here.
I want to say hello to our friends, and we thank the Conemaugh Township School District and head coach Brandon Studer shooting it out about tonight's streaming opportunities on Renda Digital TV and WCCSradio.com. Welcome aboard. Hope you enjoy the broadcast. The give to Hill runs through a tackle, has about 4 to the 31-yard line. It'll set up 3rd down and 6 for the Indians. Luke Weber.
Weber in on the stop for the Indians.
Defensive end making that tackle. They put it down actually at the 32-yard line, so a 3-yard gain. 2:44 clock rolling here at Memorial Field. 12-7 Homer Center trying to capitalize on this turnover.
Yeah, Blandon running very well. I think he's just feeling so much better about having somewhere to run. He's not getting hit as much in the backfield. He still is, but not nearly as much as he was his first 3 games.
3rd down and 7. Dunn is 2 for 2 through the air tonight. He gives on a jet to Brian Mills. Mills to the 30, and look at him with that little burst. Tackled on the play by Brendan Lohr. Lohr defensively, the free safety, and that's going to be very close to a first down. And let's see if they're going to move the chains. Yep, they are. To the 20, it's at the 24-yard line, so it has to be a first down because the original line of possession was the 35.
Johnny on the spot, Mark. You said that kid had skills, and boy, I'm telling you, the more I watch him, the more impressed I am. He's going to be outstanding.
Under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Yeah, I really like Brian Mills as a football player. First down and 10 from the Township 24. They fake the jet this time. Dunn keeps it, tries going right sideline, lowers the shoulder, and he's spun down by Conemaugh Township's Kyler Mozzie. And Mozzie limits him to, well, he's going to be, about 7 yards actually, so that's a first down win for Homer Center.
Yeah, big play, and again, a nice job by Braden with the play fake.
And that's exactly what you were talking about just moments ago, the little ball play fake, and it opened up for him. Landon Hill sidecar to the left, slot receivers Will Jones, and they give it to Landon, runs through a tackle to the 10, forced out of bounds near the 5-yard line, and the Wildcats will have first and goal. Luke Weber on the tackle. The Wildcats are in the Citizens Ambulance Red Zone, fans, and did you know Citizens Ambulance service area includes 7 school districts and 47 municipalities in 3 counties. Thank you for what you do, because community support makes it work. Join me and our Renda Media team in supporting Citizens Ambulance Service. First and goal, we approach the 1-minute mark. Clock stopped with 70 seconds. H-back right is Palmer. They give it to Landon Hill. Hill dives down to about the 2-yard line.
He's down inside the 5.
Going to be stopped.
Gain of 5 on the play. Second down and goal.
By Sam Schaefer, Brendan Lohr on that tackle. But second down and goal for the Wildcats. We're inside of a minute. They're trying to extend what is a 12-7 lead. Braden Dunn, the quarterback, with the sidecar left again, Hill. Second and goal, high snap, but he pulls it down, gives to Hill, and he's into the end zone for his second touchdown of the night, 5th of the season. And it is now 18-7. Homer Center Wildcats leading the Conemaugh Township Indians as they take advantage of that fumble, which was a little suspect. We thought maybe the runner was down, but the Wildcats will take the break. They need a break or two, quite frankly, and they got it, and they lead 18-7.
Yeah, they did need a break, and they took full advantage of it, and that's what's encouraging. They're not going 3 and out. They're not having to punt. It's wonderful.
So the Wildcats, interesting, will not kick. They'll go for 2. Braden Dunn throws complete to Will Jones, and Will Jones takes it in for the 2-point conversion. So they do tack on the 2 points. So the Wildcats drive 35 yards. They take a 2-score lead over Conemaugh Township. We'll come back with the conclusion of the first quarter when we return. It's now Homer Center 20 and the Conemaugh Township Indians 7 on the Renda Media Football Network.
Looking to experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
Hello, this is Jay
and Shannon
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
We're in kick by Braden Frazier to the 8-yard line, and with the football for the Indians, and good kick coverage by Homer Center surrounding Cameron Dunn. And there were a lot of black jerseys down there, but leading the way for the Wildcats, Isaiah McCracken and also Ocean Maritita.
McCracken and number 4.
It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Indians.
Nice to see this spirited performance here right now. The Wildcats are really playing with some aggression, and the things that we've been talking about, we're starting to see here. Now, granted, Conemaugh Township has had their troubles, but nevertheless, it's a good turnaround for this Homer squad right now.
Touchdown drive on that, capitalizing on that turnover. 7 plays, 35 yards, took 3:16. 7 runs. They were all runs on that drive. Updike to pass out in the flat, has a receiver wide open. That is Cameron Dunn. And Dunn tackled by Maritita, but not before he picks up 10 yards or maybe 11 for a first down. They put it down at the 31-yard line, and we may have witnessed the final play of the quarter. 19.9 seconds remaining, and they just now restart the clock. And we're looking on our replay monitor in the booth, and wide open. 1st and 10 from the 31, 7 ticks. It looks like they'll get this play off, and Updike throws out in the flat, and with the football, Dylan Havanek, and he is tackled for a loss by Landon Hill and Jackson Arone as the quarter comes to a close. Good first quarter for Homer Center. They put 3 touchdowns on the board. It's Homer Center 20 and the Conemaugh Township Indians 7. Thanks to Friends of Jim Struzzi for presenting the first quarter. Second quarter action right around the corner in 1 minute, right here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Hi, it's Brian from SeaWorld Satellites, your Dish Premier local retailer. Upgrade to Dish from DirecTV and get a $300 prepaid MasterCard. Just mention offer code DTV2DISH. Come in or call us today at 724-463-3200, extension 122 to learn more and make the switch to Dish. That's 724-463-3200, extension 122.
Offer ends 11/13/23. Eligibility requirements and restrictions apply. Call for full details.
At Memorial Field. Good following from Davidsville, Pennsylvania, home of Conemaugh Township High School, and former NFL quarterback Jeff Hostetler for you semi-old-timers. I'm not taking you back as far as Jim Costello's childhood, but Hostetler was some time ago, just to acknowledge Jim's birthday a second time. 2nd down and 13, and Updike throws, and it's complete. Out here in the flat 35-yard line, and forced out of bounds is the receiver, Colin Stahl.
Updike's pass completed number 15.
Short of the first down, but nevertheless another completion.
Jackson Arone forced him out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down and a more manageable 7 for the Indians at their own 35-yard line. First quarter stats presented by First Commonwealth Bank. Time to be first. Rushing, Homer Center, 18 carries, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns more like it, Ward. Perfect through the air, 2 for 2 for 36 yards, 159 yards of total offense on 20 plays, 86 total yards for the Indians. 3rd down and 7, and a whistle before the play. And we'll see what that's all about. Conemaugh Township, 5 rushes, 79 yards, 70 of that on a touchdown run by John Updike, the quarterback. He was 2 for 3 for 7 yards passing. So they ran 8 plays for 86 yards, the Wildcats 20 for 159.
Thought we might see a little bootleg action based on some of the success teams have had running that against the Wildcats, but so far, Updike's been content to stay in the pocket pretty much.
Out of town Scoreboard, we'll get to a couple of scores here. All of them, I think, at the end of the first quarter, but let's see what happens on 3rd down and 11 after that 5-yard mark-off. Trips to the right, if you're watching up top, and Updike rolls to his right. It throws underneath, it's caught, but Jackson Arone drops the receiver, Cohen Stahl, well short of the first down. They'll get back that penalty yardage +1 to the 35-yard line, or to be 4th down. Out-of-town scoreboard, end of the first quarter. River Valley 7, West Shamokin nothing. End of 1, United Valley 7, Marion Center nothing. Cambria Heights leading Penns Manor 7-0. End of 1, Northern Cambria 7, Portage 7. And I think, here's Purchase Line over Conemaugh Valley, end of 1, 7-0. Lots of 7s, right. Punter. And the kick is away from Stahl, and they allow it to bounce, and it's going to roll dead at about the 34, 35-yard line. So from one 35 to the other, call it the 34-yard line, where Homer Center will take over a 31-yard punt.
34-yard line.
So how about a second? They had 1 first down, right? So then a 3-and-out.
Nice job by Jackson Arone on that last tackle as well. It's one of the things we talked about, Mark, tackling better. And the Wildcats are bringing them down on the first hit. We're not letting them slip away, and that's a good sign.
Tied at 7.
Tight games around the conference.
Yeah, there are. And a lot of parity, not a super dominant team that I've seen.
No.
So the Wildcats with 11:02 to play here in the first half. They start at their own 34-yard line. Braden Dunn takes the direct snap from backup center, Caden McAnulty, and nowhere to run for Landon Hill. Maybe 1 yard. Checking Landon's numbers, get them from Jerry in a second. Luke Weber on that tackle. Landon right up to date on our quick stats provided by First Commonwealth Bank. 14 carries, 72 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
You know, Township has really honed in on Landon. Most of the time they're in that hole where he's going, which makes those play fakes very effective.
2nd down and 9, ball, play fake, and what a hole off the right side, Dunn to midfield, Dunn to the 45, and Dunn spun out of bounds by the Conemaugh Township Indians' Kyler Mozzie. Mozzie, the cornerback on the near side, tracked him down, but not before Braden Dunn raced for 25, make it 26 yards.
You can see the influence there. They just really collapse on Landon, and anytime they do that, Braden now starting to read it really well.
He's a good athlete, good ball player, good baseball player, good football player, not in his normal running back position. Then again, he started as a slot receiver and racked up 12 catches pretty quickly, Braden did, but now he's the quarterback. And the quarterback hands off to Landon Hill. Landon to the 35, to the 30, 25, 20. Landon bounces it outside to the 15-yard line. They force him out of bounds on the far side of the field as the Wildcats head toward that Citizens Ambulance red zone, and the ambulance parked in the end zone. They're going to have a first down at about, let's see where they're going to put the football down. I think it's going to be inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. Cameron Dunn forced him out of bounds, but the Cats are in that Citizens Ambulance red zone. Citizens Ambulance has responded to 5,400 emergency calls so far this year, roughly 25 a day. Thank you, Citizens Ambulance. 1st and goal at the 8. Dunn, play fake, and to the goal line, to the end zone goes Braden Dunn for a touchdown. His first rushing touchdown of the season. And the Wildcats are up 26-7 with 10:04 to play in the first half. Well done, Braden Dunn, running this offense.
Well done, Braden Dunn. How about that? Just beautiful job of reading. You know, if you're going to collapse on Landon Hill, he's going to make you pay, and he's done that. And in the open field, he's as good as they get. Landon, they got to be elated just to be out running in the secondary for a change. It's been a nice night for the Wildcat offense.
They will go for 2 again. Dunn is at a pistol back or sidecar, I think to the side, and they give on a jet to Brian Mills. Brian cuts it up into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. He saw that cornerback coming up, and then with that great vision that he has, made that quick jump cut and took it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So the Wildcats drive 66 yards on 4 plays. It took 69 seconds. We'll pause for 30 seconds. 10:04 remaining in the football game as they're announcing Landon Hill just moved into 6th place all-time on the all-time Homer Center rushing list. It is now Homer Center 28 in the Conemaugh Township Indians 7 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Introducing the new Colonial Advantage at Colonial Auto Group. Our complimentary program with every new and used vehicle. 1 year of no-charge maintenance, meaning you can enjoy your new vehicle and let us take care of the rest. Plus, a lifetime warranty. That's a $2,500 value. The Colonial Advantage program is our way of giving you peace of mind with every Colonial vehicle purchase. Colonial Auto Group, home of the Colonial Advantage. Visit shopcolonialcars.com.
And now, more Homer Center Wildcat football on WCCS AM 1160 and 101.1 FM.
Brady Frazier to kick off for Homer Center. Nice looking drive for the Wildcats. Kick away and taken outside the 10-yard line and up the center of the field, and look out, there into the loose goes Cameron Dunn, and Dunn is going to take it to the house.
Cameron Dunn.
Excuse me.
On the kickoff return takes
there are no flags. There shouldn't be. He just ran right up through the middle. Nobody touched him.
83 yards on the kickoff return.
They have an excellent kicker.
Whatever you had stuck in your throat, I had stuck in my throat. The kicker that you reference is Jackson Satoski, right-footed soccer-style kicker, and they do have a soccer program over at Township. They're in District 5 as the conference expanded. Conemaugh Valley, not too far in the Johnstown area, they're District 6.
Yeah. They're around there. Davidsville's a hike. We've been there.
Long snapper Sam Schaefer, holder Caden Valentine.
One of your favorite quotes that came at Conemaugh.
Yes, it did. Roger Beidel, wherever you're at. And the kick is up, and it caught the right upright. It is good. So the Indians answer in a hurry. 83-yard kickoff return. And it's 28-14. We'll pause for 60 seconds as our second quarter coverage continues from Memorial Field with the score Homer Center 28, Conemaugh Township 14 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Save big during the Dowd's Custom Order Sales Event. Buy one item at Dowd's special sale price and get a second item of equal or lesser value at half off. That's right, every other item at half off. Dowd's has the latest trends in custom furnishings, plus America's finest manufacturers. And the savings are incredible. Plus, get free financing for 1 full year. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Squib kick from Conemaugh Township, taken on a little tricky hop by the Homer Center Wildcats' Sean Beluchik, and he returns it over to 35, up near the 40-yard line. Let's see, they're going to actually put it down at the 38-yard line where the Wildcats will take over.
Gonna need a good solid drive here, eat up a clock, and try to put this half to bed with a comfortable lead. We'll see if they can do that.
Homer Center sends out the offense. We're expecting starting center Zach Wilson to return from the concussion next week. Right now, it's the freshman Caden McAnulty snapping the ball to Braden Dunn with Dan Jones in motion. They fake the jet, and here comes Braden to the 40 to the 45 with that quick burst that he has. He has first down yardage, tackled by Aiden Burnworth, defensive end in Braden.
Up to the 40.
Brandon Studer's defense.
They are floating with the first fake, and that's leaving it wide open for Braden, and he's done a great job of finding the gap and just turning on the jets.
102 yards for Landon Hill, so he's moved past your son, Mike, into 6th place all time.
That's too bad.
And Dunn has the carry again, or Landon Hill does, I should say, and he's into Township territory to the 49-yard line. Jacob Bartis on the tackle.
I can assure you Michael will congratulate him on that.
Landon Hill's had a injury-riddled career. His freshman year he didn't play because of an injury. Started sophomore year to play a little bit, and last year battled through an injury. 1,121 yards rushing through it all. Speaking of rushing, Braden Dunn on the carry. And the quarterback is stopped after a gain of yard from the yard to the 48-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 7.
Gain of a yard, 3rd down and 7.
For the Homer Center Wildcats. And Braden Dunn, 2 for 2 tonight through the air. They have completed their last 8 passes under Dunn. Wildcat quarterbacks entering the game have completed about 72% of their passes. Pretty amazing number.
Yeah, it's very good. Even they can't seem to win the football games.
3rd down and 7 here. Wide side of the field toward the Homer Center bench. They toss it to Mills. Mills spins for a couple, and that's all. From the 48 to the 46, so interesting play call there. Very, very conservative on 3rd down and long. Sam Schaefer made the tackle. I'm not sure why so conservative.
I think they were just trying to spring him because he's run so well. Get him out in the open field. They got 4th and 6, and it appears that they're going to go for it, Mark.
From the 46 of the Indians. 7:35 clock moving, 28-14 Homer Center first half action. Dunn takes the snap. Oh, almost intercepted. Incomplete. Steven Stango, a sophomore linebacker, stepped in front of that pass, and that's the first incompletion since Braden Dunn took over at quarterback. And he had a string of 8 in a row, but that has now been broken, and the Wildcats will turn it over on downs.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But again, I'd like to see him roll out a little and give himself some time just to pick somebody downfield a little more. But it's a good, solid pass. Great defense.
You would have liked to him roll to his left, of course.
No. No. He's a right-hander, and that's where he should roll.
So no quarterback ever rolls to their left at any levels.
No, they do, but it's a disadvantage, and you well know what I'm talking about.
But
the old baseball coach that you are.
Teams would pick up on that tendency if that's all you ever did. So
Timeout,
Conemaugh Township with 7:27 to play in the first half. It's Homer Center 28, Conemaugh Township 14. Indians ball at their own 46 when we return to Memorial Field on an IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Run ball down the right sideline, trying to run under it. It's incomplete. Intended for Kyler Mozzie. On the coverage for the Homer Center Wildcats, Braden Dunn and Will Jones also over there. Dunn now 8 rushes, 91 yards, 2 of 3 passing for 36 yards, 127 total yards, and now he's doing it on defense too. You know, I was talking about Homer Center's passing game. Angelo Alexander, Braden Dunn, coming into tonight's game, they had completed 36 of 50 for 72%. Alexander was 29 of 41 for 395 before being injured. Dunn 7 of 9, 78%. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, a good passing game. They got good receivers.
They were ranked 3rd in the Heritage Conference as the flag flies. Going to be movement on Conemaugh Township. They were 3rd in the conference, averaging 128 yards passing per game, while the Indians were actually 4th passing with 93 yards per game. And Homer Center, despite those passes, a good number of attempts, despite being ranked 4th in the conference with 50 attempts, they were the only team that, among the 12 in the conference, to not throw an interception.
Let's don't jinx them. Almost had one here.
That's true.
Let's don't jinx them.
Delay of game penalty, right? Yep. So it's 1st and 15 at the 41 with 7:20 to play. Sidecar, and now there's motion. There are a little bit of guys going everywhere, 2 of them to be precise at least. Illegal procedure. It will be 1st and 20, and that won't make first-year coach Brandon Studer very happy. In case you didn't hear on the post-game or pregame show, he's a Conemaugh Valley grad and starred in both football and basketball. Passing for 2,682 yards from 2000 to 2002. 2,540 points in basketball. He was a 1,000-point scorer at Washington and Jefferson College. Coached Conemaugh Valley basketball for 6 years, 2013 to 19. Updike to throw, going to air it out. Down the left sideline, intended receivers DJ Bambino. Ball goes out of bounds, incomplete. Ocean Maritita on the coverage, and it'll be 3rd down and 20 for the Indians.
Not a real good pass there. Kind of hung up and floated. Maritita did a nice job of staying with the receiver, not overcommit.
And Ward Hilliard forgot what he was doing on Valentine's Day 2000. But he watched Brandon Studer score 26 as a freshman.
I watched that young man a couple of times. Yeah, he played for Gary Lupek. If you guys remember him.
IUP Hall of Famer. 3rd down and 20. Updike looking, pressured, rolls to his right, throws off of his back foot, has a receiver wide open, and he drops the football. Dylan Havanek, their leading receiver with 11 receptions. He said, I can't believe I just dropped that football. We'll see if we get we won't have a replay to look here at in the booth, but he was wide open. If you're watching on Renda Digital TV, you don't need a replay to see how open he was.
That D-back must have thought he was going to run, and he left him go. And there's no worse feeling. I can still remember doing that in midget football, if you can imagine. Coming up on a play, and they threw it over my head. I never felt so small in my life.
Punter is Cohen Stahl. 10 punts entering the game, 37.6-yard average. Snap is good. He takes his time and does get a line drive kick away that hits at the 35. Couple of nice hops into the hands of Braden Dunn to the 30, 35, and to the 39-yard line where Braden Dunn is tackled near side by Luke Weber and also Grady Haynes. I mentioned that freshman outburst from Brandon Studer. Mario Sacco, his good friend, Homer Center grad, who works in media, as we have a media timeout up in Syracuse. He's covering 3 games tonight, Mario is. He said, look up his 0-3 game against us at home. We won by 30, but I think he dropped 30 on us. Mario, I hope you weren't defending him. 6:55 to play here in the first half. From Memorial Field in Homer City, our coverage continues with the score Homer Center 28 and the Conemaugh Township Indians 14 here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Life's challenges can sometimes catch us off guard, but at Marion Center
Michael,
Bank, we
let's
believe in
see,
safeguarding.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, two great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, Eco Sport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, two great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
Comprehensive insurance review. Call the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, 1359 Philadelphia Street, Indiana, because it's always something.
You're back. Braden Dunn from the gun takes the snap from quarterback or center freshman Caden McAnulty, and up the center of the field to about the 45. Sam Schaefer, middle linebacker, on the tackle. It'll be second down and 5. Ball on the right hash. Homer Center operating toward the north end zone. If you're familiar with Memorial Field, wide side of the field toward the Conemaugh Township bench.
Again, in typical Homer fashion, you'd love to see them drive down the field and score and use the clock while they're doing it.
H-back right is Caleb Palmer. Landon Hill takes the handoff and has yardage inside the Conemaugh Township 45 to about the 43. That's going to be a gain of about 12. Brennan Lohr on the tackle, the free safety for the Indians. They have been scorched to the tune of 37.8 points per game, and they've given up 28 already. As right now we are reaching the halfway point of this second quarter. It's 28-14. Homer Center Wildcats have given up 2 big plays in this game, a 70-yard touchdown run from quarterback John Updike, who returned after missing back-to-back games, and then an 83-yard kickoff return by Cameron Dunn. Another Dunn, Homer Center's Braden, ready to take the direct snap. Everybody moved except the football in the center, Caden McAnulty, and that's got to be, I think, a mistake on the center. That's the first penalty of Homer Center. They've been pretty good in that department this year, Ward.
Yep, overall, and that's true.
The offense is taking care of the ball. These two teams were too. Did you know they are number 1 and 2 in pass defense in the conference? But there's a bad side to that.
Yeah, I know there is. Just go to Penn's Banner game and throw a pass.
Got to get a mention and a big shout out for our friends at the Altman Volunteer Fire Department. After this play, 1st and 15, football now marked back to the 48-yard line. Isaiah McCracken, a protector in there, and Dunn going to throw down the right sideline. Dan Jones wide open, but not enough air under that football. He led him by too much, and Danny Jones couldn't catch up to it. So it'll be second down and 15 from the 48-yard line. Wildcats have cashed in with 28 points in this first half. You can cash in, too, at the Altman Volunteer Fire Department by playing bingo every Thursday at the Altman Volunteer Fire Department. The doors open at 5. Games start at 6:30. Progressive payouts increased by $10 for every 10 players after 60. So come out every Thursday night at the Altman Volunteer Fire Department for bingo. And we at Renda Media salute all of our emergency responders and the many involved at the Altman Volunteer Fire Department. 58 7th Street in Altman. Another home run ball. Will Jones tries grabbing it and pulling it in with his left hand at the 17-yard line of the Indians and helping them up off the turf, which looks so good here at Memorial Field, DJ Bambino. And if he hauls it in, it's probably 6, but as it is, it'll be 3rd down and 15. Got to get back to those passes underneath and let your athletes do some damage. Wildcats 3 for 4 on 3rd downs. Quick stats brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. Time to be first.
Yeah, they're close to 4-down territory if they can complete a pass here and get a little closer to the 40 of Conemaugh Township. But again, the first one, Coach Page was just cringing down there.
Timeout called by Homer Center. 5:10 to play here in the first half. Homer Center will be faced with the 3rd and 15 when we return. They lead 28-14 over the Indians of Conemaugh Township on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
This is State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all of our student athletes and their families every success. Friday Night Lights are always exciting, and I recognize how important it is for students to be involved in activities, whether it be in athletics or the performing arts. I salute not only all of our students, but also all who guide them, on and off the gridiron, and I wish all of our hometown teams the best of luck this season.
The Wildcats wanted to talk things over.
Yeah, they were a little confused there as to what they were going to do. They had 2 long passes, as you indicated, Mark. Both were open. They just not on the money there, and that's tough for Braden. I think the first one, though, I know he wished he had that one back. That was wide open. One over the middle, not so much, but that first one was wide open.
So here we go. 3rd down and 15 from the Indians' 48. Jackson Arone, they go trips right. And going to throw another deep ball and some tripping up, and flags come out, and it's going to be interference on the Indians. Will Jones was tangled up, and that will be pass interference on the Indians, I'm almost certain. And not getting up is DJ Bambino, who's injured at the 25-yard line.
15.
So that should be a first down if they mark it from scrimmage.
Fans, a lot can happen to kids after hours and not just on the gridiron, although we're witnessing an injury in front of us of Bambino. Babies get fevers, children step on glass, athletes twist their ankles. If your child or teen needs care and your doctor's office is closed, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is open 7 days a week, 8 till 8. Since 2009, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Old Route 22 in Blairsville, where you can get in, get out, get better. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge voted best urgent care and walk-in clinic in the Best of Indiana County contest.
The previous penalty was a 15-yard penalty. The yardage was enough to give the Wildcats a first down. They'll have 1st and 10 at the Indian 33-yard line.
So automatic first down. Ball at the 33-yard line. Landon Hill to the right of quarterback Braden Dunn, and Landon gets the handoff from Braden and runs through a tackle and has 5, 6, maybe 7 yards. We'll see where they put him down, and there's a flag coming in.
Maybe a late hit. Let's see.
On the carry, a few Indians on the stop.
On the tackle, Jacob Bartis leading the way.
Bartis leading the way for the Indians.
See what this penalty is about.
Personal foul on the Indians.
That'd be a late hit, I think, but Landon's doing a little better job of finding the holes, too, if you notice that time. A little delay on taking off, and then he saw the gap and took off, and he gets that body moving. It's tough to bring down.
First down.
United Valley entering tonight, the only undefeated team left in the Heritage Conference WA as we reach the midway point.
Yeah, Kevin's done a nice job out there. I told him that last week. It's a long time coming for him, and he certainly deserves it.
Receiver to the left is Will Jones. If you're watching bottom of your screen, Jackson Arone, but they give it to Landon Hill. Landon running hard and with authority tonight inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 7 or 8 as the Wildcats are in our Citizens Ambulance Service red zone. They've been providing our community with professional emergency medical services. Fans for 59 years, and community support can make a difference. Their membership drive right around the corner. We need you to support them. Tim Collins, who was injured earlier in this half, made that tackle. We're down to 4:20 to play in the first half. Wildcats threatening, leading 28-14. And Braden Dunn hands it off to Landon Hill again. Little jump cut and just bulldozes his way into the end zone for his third touchdown of the night. 4:07 left in the first half. It's now Homer Center 34 and the Conemaugh Township Indians 14 as the Wildcats drive 60 yards.
I think the word for Landon is punishing. I don't think the Conemaugh Township Indians want to have much to do with them anymore. They're not making clean tackles on him.
3 touchdowns for Landon. Long snapper Danny Jones, the holder Braden Dunn, freshman kicker Brady Frazier's kick is up, and it's no good again. He missed it second time, wide left. So after coming into tonight's action, 10 of 11, he's missed 2 here tonight with 4:07 remaining in the first half. It's now Homer Center 34 and the Conemaugh Township Indians 14 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Robindale.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
The Twin Cities Event Hall is the perfect place to host your next special occasion. The event hall is located on the grounds of the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, featuring everything you need to make your next event shine. Inside the club, you can find members unwinding in the spacious bar and game room, enjoying great food and just gathering with each other watching their favorite team. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club in Twin Cities Event Hall, voted best in Indiana County 2023.
This next week because of Indiana's homecoming. Brady Frazier this time a little bit of a squibber at the 20 to the 25-30, 35-40, and another outstanding return by Cameron Dunn. So it's been a mixed bag for Homer Center on kick coverage. A couple of good executions and a couple of poor ones. None poorer than allowing the 83-yard kickoff return, but they limit him to the 45-yard line where Sean Beluchik finally brought him down with 4:02 to play here.
Nice tackle by Sean. That was he misses that. It could be another race to the finish line there.
Touchdown drive for the Wildcats, driven by Luther Ford in Homer City. 7 plays, 60 yards, 2 minutes, 48 seconds, 3 first downs. 5 rushes, 2 passes on that drive. Quick stats all night long, provided by the statistician with the only sponsor in the league, Jerry Rossi, First Commonwealth Bank. Jerry, waved to everybody out there in Radio Land. Updike to pass, steps up in the pocket, little ball fake, and not buying it is Landon Hill, who sacked him back at the 41 or 42-yard line. Good job by Landon Hill. Did not leave his feet on that little ball fake, Ward, and made a textbook tackle.
Looks like Updike's hurt. He got up slow, and he's, as you can see, Mark, he's just not moving very well right now.
Sam Schaefer is one of their backups. It's done a pretty good job. He's thrown for 224 yards, and Updike going to stay in. Brennan Lohr comes into the huddle with a play, and Lohr's going to come along with fellow receiver DJ Bambino to the left. They have twins to the right. Fullback is Liam Richardson, and we have a timeout going to be called by head coach Brandon Studer of the Conemaugh Township Indians. So we'll step out. 3:14 to play here in the first half. Homer Center 34, Conemaugh Township 14, right here on the IRMC Renda Media.
Oh, hi. Nick Moore, head coach of the state runner-up Homer Center Lady Wildcats. When I'm not game prepping with the girls,
I'm creating financial game plans at Walbeck Insurance. We take time to learn about your specific needs to create a game plan tailored just for you, whether it is auto, home, life, health, or business insurance. Come see me, Nick Moore, at Walbeck Insurance, where we offer more choices, more savings.
Call 724-479-9378 to let Coach Nick make a game plan for you.
Here in the half, it's 34-14 Homer Center. Updike takes the direct snap, steps up in the pocket, wants to run, can't do it, going to go down again, right near the line of scrimmage.
Number 68,
It was Garrett Green providing the pressure, and pocket closed. They kept them contained and made the tackle.
Did everything you're supposed to do. Good job. Good job. Nice tackling, too. Homer's tackling well tonight. That's encouraging. I'm sure they did that once or twice this week.
I'll tell you what has me hungry is this Wildcat special at the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club tonight. 12-inch thin crust, only $5. Head down, enjoy it there, watch the game. $5, only $1 extra for toppings. I mean, they need to bring us one up here to the booth. Come on,
amen.
right to our S&T Bank broadcast booth. And Updike throwing over the middle, spinning catch, caught in traffic.
Updike's pass.
Jackson Arone tackled him into his tracks, but the Wildcats allow a 3rd down and long. They can't get off the field, and that will not make head coach Greg Page happy. And getting up slowly, it was Kyler Mozzie.
Yeah, a great catch. He had to go up in the air to grab that.
15-yard gain. 3rd and 13. Ouch.
They had them bottled up pretty much, but that time let them get away.
Officially 14. They needed 13. And what do we have? Another timeout on the field? No, they're just huddling.
They took Mozzie out.
Oh, I see. So to the Homer Center 43-yard line. Again, thanks to Greg Garanzi, Mookie Wilson, Ed Sutter, the grounds crew. They have the paint. Looks so good on our monitor here in the booth. I hope if you're watching the game, you agree with us. Thanks, guys. Trust me, it's not done everywhere. Updike, flush left. And he's going to be sacked back in his own territory by Landon Hill, and he can't believe it. And he gives up about 10 yards on that sack back to the 47-yard line. That's exactly how much yardage they lose. And it will be 2nd down and about 20 to go.
Nice job by Landon not to get deked out. He just kind of stuck with them and put a little spin move on him, and he's had none of it.
If you want to order a pizza, pick it up at the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, 724-479-3985. Just located off of Mill Road. Take the first exit if you're heading into the Twin Cities. It's the easiest way to get there. You can take the bypass around, Updike throwing over the middle and too strong. His receiver ward, in fairness to Updike, for whatever reason, Cameron Dunn stopped. And I think he was expecting Updike to throw it to him, and Updike thought he was going to keep on running.
I think so.
And it's 3rd down and about 20.
Maritito almost had a pick there. Be nice to get one here, finish the half.
We are in our S&T Bank broadcast booth. People Forward Banking, S&T Bank. 1:04 remaining in the first half. It's 34-14. Homer Center. They've given up a lot of big plays this year. And they couldn't get off the field on 3rd and 13. Let's see how they do on 3rd and 20. Throwing it out, little bubble screen, and with the football running for the Indians. And not a first down, but close enough where they're going to go for it now. Dylan Havanek. He's going to pick up yardage from the 47 down to the 37 of Homer Center. So a gain of about 15, 16 officially, says Jer. Ocean Maritita on the tackle. It's 4th down and about 4 to go. 35 seconds to go. Indians do have one timeout remaining, and Updike not going to get the playoff because Homer Center has called for a timeout. We will keep it right here in our S&T Bank broadcast booth. Ward, we've pretty much hammered home the point about the Wildcats' defensive struggles. They have allowed, in the last 3 games, 12 touchdown runs of 25 yards or more. That is, you can add to that tonight. 5 of them have been over 50 yards, so make it 6 with Updike's 70-yard touchdown run tonight. They've given up runs of 56, 72, 26, back to River Valley, 53, 25, 36, 85, 67 on the game's first play. That was River Valley alone. Touchdown runs of 67, 85, 36, 25, and 53. Incredible. Penns Manor runs of 43, 23, and then just some short jaunts of 11, 22, and 11. So it's been better tonight.
Yeah,
but you're playing a lesser opponent, too.
That's true, but you got to start somewhere.
You do.
And, let's hope that this gets them a little momentum into the next week. They've got Cambria Heights here.
Going to try to turn it over on downs here. Uptake, ball fake. Look at the receiver wide open, takes it at the 7-yard line and walks into the end zone. DJ Bambino on 4th down and 4, a 37-yard touchdown pass from John Updike, his 6th of the season. And the Indians are back in it with 26 seconds to go. It's now 34-20.
It's inexplainable. I can't explain why you would let a guy go right by you on a 4th down play yet. Oh my, that's just terrible. That's just terrible. It's going to give them momentum into the locker room. Homer could have had a comfortable lead. Wow.
That was after a timeout, too.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Extra point is put up and through by Jackson Satoski. So 26 seconds left in the half. It is now 34-21. Instead of taking momentum into the locker room and feeling good about yourself at the half, you give up a play like that. I think I was just talking about giving up long plays.
Yeah.
But that was the first pass that I mentioned among the group.
Yeah, they'd been pretty good on that, but boy, that was just terrible. It was so wide. I could have caught that.
We'll keep it right here. Don't get carried away.
No, I won't, but I think I could have caught that.
So it is 34-21 after Jackson Satoski's extra point.
You got to wonder, though, Mark. I mean, if you're playing the defensive back and you're out on the wing, you've got to stay with anybody that goes out. You just don't let somebody – there's nobody behind you. What were you thinking?
Did we have we didn't have a replay of that. Where some problems with our upstairs camera. Nothing you're doing, Gabe, upstairs with the connection on our replay hookup. But I would have liked to have seen a replay of that to see what happened, but then again, maybe not. Kicking off, it is Satoski, and it's going to be a good kick inside the 10, going to roll into the end zone, and with 26 seconds to go, I'm sure the Wildcats will take a knee and just get into the locker room. Halftime score, River Valley 21, West Shamokin 14. Halftime, Northern Cambrian Portage 14. Portage goes to Marion Center last week and loses. You're thinking, well, maybe not as strong as normal. And here tonight, they're giving one of the heavyweights a battle. Purchase line 14, Conemaugh Valley, nothing at the half. Cambria Heights 7, Penns Manor, nothing at the half. And United Valley, Marion Center, 7-6 at the half, United Valley.
Tough conference this year. Don't take anything for granted.
26 seconds. Homer Center at their own 20 with 26 seconds. Sure, Brandon Dunn will just take a knee here, and they'll head to the locker room. And he hands it off, like I said, to Isaiah McCracken, who has a 1-yard gain. And Wildcats will let it roll, and Greg Page looks kind of disgusted and says, let's get to the locker room. With 10 seconds, they're not going to run another play. Stay with us. Our ITT halftime show is coming up next. We'll have radio replays when we return. A lot of points as we anticipated in this game with these two struggling defenses. It's Homer Center 34 and the Conemaugh Township Indians 21. Our video stream on Renda Digital TV presented by the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club and radio, of course, along the Renda Media Network. For years, our IRMC High School Sports Night. Homer Center 34, Conemaugh Township 21, ITT halftime report coming up next on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Oh, hi. Nick Lord, head coach of the state runner-up Homer Center Lady Wildcats. When I'm not game prepping with the girls,
I'm creating financial game plans at Walbeck Insurance. We take time to learn about your specific needs to create a game plan tailored just for you. Whether it is auto, home, life, health, or business insurance, come see me, Nick Moore, at Walbeck Insurance, where we offer more choices, more savings.
Call 724-479-9378 to let Coach Nick make a game plan for you.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Did you know Citizens Ambulance Service is there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Did you know, just like today, Citizens Ambulance is there for your local high schools, IUP, and their student athletes every week?
Did you know Citizens Ambulance Service is there for you because of you?
Household memberships help cover the cost of being ready 24/7 for the community. Becoming a new member is easy. Stay tuned in the coming weeks to find out how. Community support makes it work.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Memorial Field in Homer City, 34-21 Wildcats at the break. Before we get to our radio replays, just heard from the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on the radio side. And, sometimes beggars, it works. We might be getting a pizza, I'm hearing. So we'll find
I thought they'd be out by now.
But tonight is the Wildcat Special at the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. 12-inch thin crust pizza, $5, $1 additional for toppings. And you can go down and enjoy it at the club or call in, pick it up, 724-479-3985. Hey, show your appreciation of what they do for Wildcat Sports with these video streams. Order yourself a pizza. If not, remember, every Thursday and Friday nights means pizza night at the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. I was told last night was the best night they ever had, business-wise, at the club. The pizza oven was humming, so let's keep it that way here tonight. And I also want to acknowledge Megan Williams. Mentioned Travis Williams going to the big house off mic, one of our managers at Renda Media, and enjoying a weekend. He always wanted to see a game at Michigan Stadium, so that's happening. Travis, have a great time, have a blast with Logan, another great running back from the past here at Homer Center. And Megan has crafted a great career on the volleyball court. She was an Athlete of the Week selection, so congratulations to Megan.
Much.
And every week, Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana. They're helping us to help the kids through Renda Media's 45th annual Teddy Bear Fund Drive, which raises money to fund child health care at IRMC and Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. Every Friday night, Renda Media airs 4 football games, and for every point scored during our 4 broadcasts, Grand Beginnings Children's Center donates $1 for every point to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive. Through the first 4 weeks of the season, that total has reached $694. Renda Media says thank you, Grand Beginnings Children's Center, for helping us to help the kids as part of our 45th annual Teddy Bear Fund Drive. 34-21 Homer Center at the break. Let's get to radio replays in the first half. Homer Center outscored Conemaugh Township 20-7 in the first quarter. Conemaugh Township coming back and outscoring, or actually both teams put 14 on the board in the second quarter. Homer Center won the toss, deferred, kicked off to Conemaugh Township. They went 3 and out, and that's been a rarity covering the Wildcats this year. Their defense has not been good, but it started out good, and the Wildcat offense did too. They started at their own 35-yard line and they drove it down the field 8 plays, 65 yards. They were faced with a 3rd down and goal from the 13-yard line after losing a couple of yards on the opening couple of plays. 3rd down and goal from the 13. Here's what happened. Dunn throwing wide open. Will Jones catches it near the left pylon. Touchdown, Homer Center. As the Wildcats are on the board, they drive 65 yards, and the replay next. Will Jones absolutely wide open for his 5th touchdown reception, and it's 6-0 Homer Center. Brady Frazier's kick was wide left, so 6-0 Homer Center. Conemaugh Township started at their own 30-yard line after the Wildcat kickoff. They were faced with a 2nd down and 10. This has been a problem for Homer Center all season long, giving up the big play, and it bit them again. Updike to pass again, steps up in the pocket. Little ball fake, up the left sideline. Look at him run to midfield, to the 40, to the 30, to the 25-20, and he is going to take it 70 yards for a touchdown. Look at those wheels in front of the Conemaugh Valley bench, right to the pylon, and we are tied at 6 with 5:43 left here in the first quarter. Jackson Satoski's extra point made it 7-6. Back came the Wildcats. 60-yard drive on 4 plays. Big play on the drive, a 30-yard run by Landon Hill, and Landon Hill finished it off for Homer Center. And Dunn hands it off to Hill. Hill leans for the goal line, and he's there. Touchdown, Homer Center Wildcats, with 3:59 to play in the first half as the dreaded air horn goes off. 3:59 to play. It's 12-7. Homer Center with the lead back. Extra point pass for 2 failed, so the Wildcats at that point did have the lead 12-7. Kind of a controversial play, Ward, on Conemaugh Township's next possession. Started at their own 35-yard line. A fumble from Tim Collins. We didn't have access to a replay, but we thought maybe he was down.
Yeah, it might have been caused by the ground. And but the officials gave the ball to Homer Center, so you could take advantage of that, and they did.
They certainly did. Starting at the CT 35-yard line. Worked it down to the 2-yard line once again, and Landon Hill is second of the night. 2nd and goal, high snap, but he pulls it down, gives to Hill, and he's into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the night, 5th of the season. And it is now 18-7. Homer Center Wildcats leading the Conemaugh Township Indians as they take advantage of that fumble, which was a little suspect. We thought maybe the runner was down, but the Wildcats will take the break. They need a break or two, quite frankly, and they got it, and they lead 18-7. Conemaugh Township drive that went into the 2nd quarter. They ended up with a 31-yard punt. Wildcats started at their own 34-yard line. On 2nd down, 26-yard run by Braden Dunn to Conemaugh Township's 39-yard line. Got down to the Indians' 8-yard line. 1st down and goal, and Braden Dunn got into the act. Play fake, and to the goal line, to the end zone goes Braden Dunn for a touchdown. His first rushing touchdown of the season. And the Wildcats are up 26-7 with 10:04 to play in the first half. Well done, Braden Dunn, running this offense. Yeah, absolutely. He's done a great job. Tough circumstances stepping in for Angelo Alexander. Brian Mills' 2-point conversion run made it 28-7 at that point with 10:40 to play in the half. Looked like the Wildcats were in cruise control until they relinquished that momentum in a hurry on an 83-yard kickoff return by Cameron Dunn. We don't have that replay, but 9:53 left. It was 28-14 after Satoski's extra point. Wildcats stalled at the Conemaugh Township 46 on their next drive. Indians then went 3 and out. Cats went to work at their own 40. 7-play, 60-yard drive, and they had a 2nd down when Landon Hill went right back to work and picked up his 3rd of the night. Hands it off to Landon Hill again, little jump cut, and just bulldozes his way into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the night. 4:07 left in the first half. It's now Homer Center 34 and the Conemaugh Township Indians 14 as the Wildcats drive 60 yards. On 7 plays, Frazier's extra point was wide left, 34-14 at that point with 4:07 remaining. Cats couldn't stand prosperity, I guess, Ward. They gave up on a 3rd and 14 play, a pass from John Updike to Mozzie that took the football to Homer Center's 43, and then a 4th and 4 out of a timeout, blown coverage all over the yard, 37-yard touchdown pass to DJ Bambino. Going to try to turn it over on downs here. Updike, ball fake. Look at the receiver wide open, takes it at the 7-yard line and walks into the end zone. DJ Bambino on 4th down and 4, a 37-yard touchdown pass from John Updike, his 6th of the season, and the Indians are back in it with 26 seconds to go. It's now 34-20. 34-21 after Jackson Satoski's extra point, and we have a football game. Again, the Wildcats will receive the second half kickoff. Ward Hilliard will set the stats and give you the numbers that shaped up the first half with 55 points on the board. It's Homer Center 34 and the Conemaugh Township Indians 21. Back with the stats, brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. Time to be first when we return on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
At Diamond Medical Supply, we're always on your team. No matter your sport, you can count on our support. With braces, bandages, BioFreeze, and so much more, all to keep you in the game. We're a winning care solution, no matter what you play. Diamond Medical Supply, keeping you healthy this season because we care about care.
Hi, my name is Zachary, and this is the bus that I take to school every day. It's a Smith bus. We have a really fun bus driver, and guess what? Smith Bus Company is hiring new bus drivers.
That's right. Smith Bus Company is hiring positions for full and part-time drivers and driver's assistants. They provide transportation for 6 area school districts, and they're proud of the work they do. Apply now at smithbusco.com, equal opportunity employer.
Hi, it's Brian from SeaWorld Satellites, your Dish Premier local retailer. Upgrade to Dish from DirecTV and get a $300 prepaid MasterCard. Just mention offer code DTV2DISH. Come in or call us today at 724-463-3200, extension 122 to learn more and make the switch to Dish. That's 724-463-3200, extension 122.
Offer ends 11/13/23. Eligibility requirements and restrictions apply. Call for full details.
Back with you at Memorial Field in Homer City. Our cameraman upstairs is Gabe Cobaugh, who's helping us out tonight. Owen Cyani has the night off, and we're also wishing Erin Cyani the best. She's been a little under the weather, and Owen will be part of the homecoming court next weekend, so he won't be working next week. But Gabe doing a good job, had a big junior high game. Congratulations, Gabe, on that. And if you can maybe give us a tighter shot of the band, we're going to pick up a little bit of the Homer Center Marching Band under the direction of John Stolars. Here we go. Homer Center Junior Senior Marching Band under the direction of John Stolars. He's done a great job since taking over the band several years ago, and gave you a little bit of taste. We had a little bit of extra time to work with, but now we'll get to the first half stats, shaping up this crazy first half of action. 34-20 21, Homer Center with the lead over the Indians. Ward, what do you have?
Well, for Conemaugh Township, Richardson, 1 carry, 3 yards. Dunn had 2 carries for 6. Updike, 4 carries, 58 yards and a touchdown. Collins didn't gain anything. He lost the fumble. Through the air, 7 of 12 for Updike for a total of 87 yards, 1 touchdown. So they had a total of 67 on the ground, 87 through the air, 154 total yards, which is a vast improvement over Homer's defensive performances earlier on. For the Wildcats, Landon Hill, nice first half, 20 carries, 135, 1, 2, 3 touchdowns. Mills had 2 carries for 10. Braden Dunn, 9 for 96 and a touchdown. Homer had 32 rushes, 242 on the ground with 4 touchdowns. Through the air, 2 of 5 with 1 touchdown pass there. Total of 35 passing yards with 242 rushing. Homer had 277 yards for the first half, Mark.
All right, and good first half of action for the Wildcats. I mentioned just the 5th all-time meeting against Conemaugh Township. Wildcats looking to improve to 5-0. First meeting was back in 1991, a 34-0 Wildcat victory. The last meeting, 2013, a 38-12 Homer Center victory. Most points scored, Ward? Well, take a guess. What year was the most points scored in the series?
In the series? I'm going to say it was 52. Yeah. I'm going to go back to about 1998.
I'm going to go back to the first half. 55 is the all-time record. Trick question. Most points scored in the series. Actually, the fewest was 27 back in 1992. Homer Center marching band still performing. Let's pick up a little bit more of the Wildcat marching band if we can. You're watching, you see some of the effects they use.
Looks like steam drums out there.
Homer Center High School marching band performing for the crowd on hand. Boy, we've had great weather during this football season, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
34-21, Homer Center with the lead. And our ITT pregame show, or halftime show, will continue from Memorial Field in Homer City. When we come back, Wildcats by 13 over the Indians on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Introducing the new Colonial Advantage at Colonial Auto Group. Our complimentary program with every new and used vehicle. 1 year of no-charge maintenance, meaning you can enjoy your new vehicle and let us take care of the rest. Plus, a lifetime warranty. That's a $2,500 value. The Colonial Advantage program is our way of giving you peace of mind with every Colonial vehicle purchase. Colonial Auto Group, home of the Colonial Advantage. Visit shopcolonialcars.com.
Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club invites you to take a look at the club voted Best in Indiana County 2023. Inside, you can find members unwinding with friends and enjoying delicious food like their homemade pizza. You can relax in the club by playing darts, pool, or shuffleboard. The club is a great place to watch your favorite team with family and friends. Proud to sponsor the Wildcats, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Grayston.
Save big during the Dowd's Custom Order Sales Event. Buy one item at Dowd's special sale price and get a second item of equal or lesser value at half off. That's right, every other item at half off. Dowd's has the latest trends in custom furnishings, plus America's finest manufacturers. And the savings are incredible. Plus, get free financing for 1 full year. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
No, us media people, Ward, we we beg, plead, get stuff for free.
What's this weed stuff?
Renda Digital TV, our presenting sponsor, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. My nephew Evan has taken good care of us. The club with that Wildcat special tonight, $5. Is this the size pizza? They brought us a salad too. Open that up. I don't know if John can get the salad. So
look at this thing.
Wow, that's really good.
That's a gorgeous.
So let's see. The Wildcat special tonight, thin crust. We got pepperoni and sausage on it. And you can call the club 724-479-30-495, I think is that number. John had it. We'll get it right. You're eating it right on screen. Maybe I can do that too.
Delicious. You got to eat it. They brought it here.
Yeah, why not?
It's good.
Oh, my goodness, that is good. Oh, boy, is that good. Jerry, our statistician, Denny Spotter, you going to try it? Wow, good stuff. John, you going to have some? Our digital manager?
It's great cheese.
He'll get to it. His hands are full now. So there you have it. Pizza from the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, presenting sponsor of Run Digital TV video stream. I normally don't even eat before the game, let alone during the game. But yeah, that I know you can't see it on the radio, but we're showing it on Renda Digital TV. Jimmy Sutter, you better get one of these pizzas. It's pretty good stuff. Jerry, okay. Get my composure. We're going to go to break and get ready for the second half. That's the ITT halftime show, complete with pizza delivery from our friends at the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, right here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club was founded 65 years ago to support and sponsor a startup midget football program. Some 65 years later, the Boosters have grown and now serve as the primary recreational arm of the Homer Center School District, sponsoring various sports such as baseball, softball, elementary boys and girls basketball, and yes, Bears football remains the foundation for our Varsity Wildcats program, teaching the basic skills to our children. Go Bears and go Wildcats from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
By the Grand Beginnings Children's Center. Get your children ready to shine at Grand Beginnings Children's Center, 2 locations in Indiana. And the kick taken by Josh Voluchik, and he spins his way over the 35 as he came near sideline, and he's going to be tackled by Sam Schaefer. Ward, that's pretty good stuff.
Delicious. Delicious pizza. Wait on the missus hears about this.
She'll be wanting you to run down to the club. I think the pizza oven's on until 11 o'clock tonight.
Well, Homer needs to put one together right here.
Is that what they need to do?
Let's get back to the ball game here. Pretty hard to eat pizza with that microphone right in front of you. You'll have to move it.
I'll take that distraction every Friday. Wildcats will be back here next week. It's homecoming at Memorial Field. And the Wildcats have it at their own 39-yard line. And the give and upended is Landon Hill coming in with a nice low tackle and knocking the pins out from underneath him. Grady Haynes on the tackle. Going to be a loss of a yard. Understand that Landon Hill had an ice pack on his elbow area at halftime too, Ward.
Yeah, he's been taking some shots. I mean, he's been fighting for yardage. It hasn't all been clean up through the middle there.
2nd down and 11 for Homer Center. Football at their own 37-yard line. Braden Dunn, the junior quarterback, has done a good job and play fake, dumps it off underneath to the tight end, Caleb Palmer. Makes a nice move at the 45. 1st down yardage to the 50. Into Conemaugh Township territory goes Palmer to the 49-yard line. That'll be a gain of 13 and a new set of downs. Sam Schaefer made the tackle. They put it down right on the paint at midfield, actually.
It's a nice way to slow the rush a little bit. You a little play fake, a little dump in the flat. Solid gain. 1st down, keep it rolling.
Wow, that was really good, Ward.
I agree. I think it was, too. I was a little surprised.
1st down and 10 at the 50. And Dan Jones, they faked the jet, and Braden Dunn into the secondary. 45, going to be dragged down and pushed back. Ball comes loose after the tackle. Good tackle by Tim Collins of the Conemaugh Township Indians. But good 1st down win for Homer Center, as Dunn picked up about 8 yards to the 42.
Finds that hole right away and just shoots in through there. Good solid pickup.
For Braden Dunn now, 104 yards on 10 carries. So both Hill and Dunn over the century mark tonight. 2nd down and 2. Hill, the setback to the right of Braden Dunn, and he takes the handoff, makes a move, going to try to fight his way for that 1st down, and he did to the 40. And he goes down 2 minutes into this 3rd quarter. Tackle made by Grady Haynes once again. So it'll be a new set of downs for the Wildcats at the Indians' 40. Going to be another tough matchup for a Homer Center next week as Cambria Heights comes to town for homecoming night.
That'll be a tough one. They're all going to be tough this year.
Just their 2nd home game of the year. They'll finish with 4 of 6 here at the friendly confines of Memorial Field. 1st and 10, ball on the right hash, wide side of the field toward the Conemaugh Valley sideline. That's where Will Jones is deployed. Down to 3 on the play clock. 1 second, and they did get it off, and they give to Hill, and Hill, they're going to limit him to a 2-yard gain. Hanging on was Jacob Bartis, a lineman in there for the Indians. Going to call it a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and about 8 to go from the 38 of Conemaugh Township.
They couldn't have cut that much closer. I'm not so sure they did make it, but the refs never called. So.
I think maybe they'll give you, that second even in the NFL many times if you're watching a game in college too. Twins left and right. Motion is Will Jones. They faked the jet to him and staying home and stopping the quarterback, Braden Dunn, Conemaugh Township. On that tackle, Brennan Lohr, who came up from the free safety spot. Homer Center trying to grind out a drive and use a lot of clock here and extend 13-point lead after giving Conemaugh Township some momentum back here at the end of the 1st half. 3rd quarter action, we're 3.5 minutes in. Wildcats faced with the 3rd down and 7. Jackson Arone to the right boundary. Slot receivers Danny Jones. His twin brother Will Jones, if you're watching, is up top. Also out there is Caleb Palmer to the left, so twins both ways, and Dunn takes the pass, going to throw the home run ball for Jackson Arone, and some jostling, and actually that might be offensive pass interference because Jackson Arone pushed off, but we'll see which way it goes.
Looks like the Conemaugh Valley
player's mad.
Is
Kyler Mozzie.
He's either upset or he's happy. I'm not sure which.
Yeah,
you may be right, Mark.
There was definitely a left hand from Jackson. Pass interference on Conemaugh Township.
Ooh. Boy, it's going the Wildcats' way
So I
tonight.
was not right.
Even with that pizza.
Ooh, good stuff.
It's great pizza. That's a $5 pizza.
That's
you
hard to believe. Well, $2 for toppings.
Yeah, with a topping. So you still had less than $10 in it.
It was a little bit less than $7 for us.
Delicious.
We paid less than $7.
I don't think you get it delivered, folks. Not like we did.
I gave gratuity to having a $100 bill.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Braden Dunn going to keep it. Braden to the 15-yard line. Spun down at the 11-yard line.
Dunn keeps it.
On the
by number 22,
stop, it was Aiden Burnworth, one of the defensive ends for the Indians. Airtime 6:15 next Friday night here from Memorial Field on homecoming night. They're going to say first down for Homer Center. Wildcats are in the Citizens Ambulance Service red zone. Citizens Ambulance Service, memberships less than $7 per month. Becoming a member is easy. Stay tuned next week for more details on how to become a member of Citizens Ambulance. Community support makes it work. 1st and 10 from about the 12-yard line. Dunn. And Dunn inside the 10, pushed back to about the 9-yard line. Burnworth again on the stop.
Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
See if we get that line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's easier to see on the monitor here in the S&T Bank broadcast booth. People Forward Banking, S&T Bank.
It's like about the 8.
Yep.
Good job of using the clock, though. It's marching right down. They burned almost 5 minutes.
Sidecar to the left, Landon Hill. Twin receivers toward the Conemaugh Valley or Township sideline. And Dunn hands it off to Landon Hill. Landon inside the 5. Landon close to the goal line. There's no signal. And they're going to rule him down at about the 1-yard line.
Should be a first down then, should it not?
Maybe no, they're going to say he's spotted down maybe closer to the 3-yard line where our angle here is not the best on this lower level. So it's going to be 3rd down and about a yard to go. Football resting at about the 3, I would say. Sidecar left, Landon Hill. Signal caller Braden Dunn takes the direct snap. He's going to keep it, makes a quick move, but they have him corralled and push him back. And we'll see on the spot what kind of forward progress he got, if any. Did he get enough to move the chains? Wildcats have possessed this football the entire 3rd quarter, and we will be under 6 minutes when they snap it again.
No, they didn't make it.
No, they
lost a yard.
Might have even lost a yard. So it's going to be 4th down and 2, just outside the 3-yard line. And Wildcats, freshman center, Caden McAnulty, over the ball. Braden Dunn, hard snap count, takes the snap, and it's going to be a mark-off on Homer Center as the flags fly, Ward.
Yeah, no motion. No, it's getting a little tougher. Boy, this is the time you
maybe
don't
send out the
that.
field goal team.
False start on the Wildcats.
Kick a field goal, take the points, turn it into a 16-point advantage, and that's exactly what Homer Center is going to do. Is here comes freshman kicker Braden Frazier. They will put the kicking tee down at the 15-yard line. Long snappers Danny Jones, the holders Braden Dunn. Soccer-style kicker, right footer. Going to be a 25-yard attempt. Snap is put down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. Caught the left upright. 25-yard field goal, and the kick is good. 37-21. Homer Center with the advantage over the Conemaugh Township Indians. That'll feel good for the freshmen after a couple of PAT misses. We'll step out from Memorial Field with the score now, Homer Center 37 and the Conemaugh Township Indians 21. You're listening and watching right here on the IRMC Renda TV and radio network.
The Twin Cities Event Hall is the perfect place to host your next special occasion. The event hall is located on the grounds of the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, featuring everything you need to make your next event shine. Inside the club, you can find members unwinding in the spacious bar and game room, enjoying great food and just gathering with each other watching their favorite team. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club in Twin Cities Event Hall, voted best in Indiana County 2023.
Did you know Citizens Ambulance Service is there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Did you know, just like today, Citizens Ambulance is there for your local high schools, IUP, and their student athletes every week?
Did you know Citizens Ambulance Service is there for you because of you?
Household memberships help cover the cost of being ready 24/7 for the community. Becoming a new member is easy. Stay tuned in the coming weeks to find out how. Community support makes it work.
Brady Frazier taken and on a knee. Aiden Burnwith downs himself. So Conemaugh Township now trailing by 2 scores, but it is a 2-possession game because 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points would knot it up. They put it down at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, that's an important score. It's the way points are being racked up here. I think Homer needs another touchdown before this night's out.
Impressive drive that bogged down for Homer Center, but they got a field goal, and Updike throwing deep and taking it in stride is DJ Bambino as Maritita got beat, and one play, 63 yards later, it is a touchdown, and it's 37-27, just like that. Back come the Indians. More bad coverage from Homer Center.
Greg Page is just livid down there. The guys just having a field day throwing deep on the Wildcat secondary.
By the way, the Wildcat field goal drive, 12 plays, 46 yards, took 6 minutes and 25 seconds.
That play took what?
Not
6
much.
seconds.
They took over at the 5:29 mark, so officially 9 seconds.
That's what my concern was.
Sideline warning on the Indians.
You got to have at least a couple scores lead in this game.
Satoski in to attempt the extra point.
So it'll be their kicker, Jackson Satoski, who's perfect tonight in the PAT department, 3 for 3. He sends, they're going to go for 2, which is, they have to, I guess, because, what I mentioned earlier. So rolling to his right is Updike, and his pass too low for the intended receiver, Dylan Havanek. So that didn't take long. One play, 63 yards, 9 seconds. Bambino, by the way, has 2 catches for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns here tonight. We have a media timeout as well. It's Homer Center 37, Conemaugh Township 27 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
At Diamond Medical Supply, we're always on your team. No matter your sport, you can count on our support. With braces, bandages, biofreeze, and so much more, all to keep you in the game. We're a winning care solution, no matter what you play. Diamond Medical Supply, keeping you healthy this season because we care about care. The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club was founded 65 years ago to support and sponsor a startup midget football program. Some 65 years later, the Boosters have grown and now serve as the primary recreational arm of the Homer Center School District, sponsoring various sports such as baseball, softball, elementary boys and girls basketball, and yes, Bears football remains the foundation for our Varsity Wildcats program, teaching the basic skills to our children. Go Bears and go Wildcats from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club.
This one's not over yet, Ward, and here we go. Satoski, line drive kick, and Brian Mills picks it up at the 8-yard line near the left hash to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, makes a move, comes near side to the 40, to the 30, to the 25, 20, runs through another tackle, and he takes it to Mrs. Renoski's house. 95-yard return, make it 97-yard return for Brian Mills, and he electrifies this Wildcat crowd, and it's 43-27. We have touchdowns on back-to-back plays both ways, and equally electrifying, but for the home side, a lot more gratifying.
Again, that young man is impressing the living daylights out of me. just a terrific return there, and he just turned the jets on, found a gap, and just kept on going, Mark. That's what you got to do, returning kicks.
So we had a touchdown or a field goal at the 5:30 mark. We had a touchdown at the 5:20 mark for the Indians. 14 seconds later, Brian Mills. Snap a little bit low, and we have a flag. They're going to blow it dead before it gets underway.
See, they were offside. Conemaugh Township left end was way offsides.
Yeah, but they don't let that go.
Yeah, I agree. Denny's saying the same thing. I'm thinking, why don't they let them go through with a kick and then make your choice?
Jerry, 97 officially?
Oh, no, you got it at about the 8-yard line.
Oh, okay.
Distance, retry.
Now they're going to retry another placement. Oh, my.
So they'll try it over again. The snap is perfect from Dan Jones. It's put down by Braden Dunn, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. 5:06 remaining. The Wildcats have 44 on the board. It's 44-27. Homer Center over the Conemaugh Township Indians. We'll catch our breath and step out. This is a crazy one tonight at Memorial Field on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Has not lacked for excitement. Wildcats with a ball control drive that ended up in a field goal at the 5:30 mark. 10 seconds later, a 63-yard touchdown pass for the Indians to DJ Bambino from John Updike. The ensuing kickoff, officially 92-yard return for Brian Mills. Wow. And Fraser has it kicked off, or teed up for Homer Center and kicks it off, and it's a squibber. And taking it for the Indians, it is Aiden Burnworth and out of bounds, but the Indians will be close to midfield on the return.
Anything's possible. We've seen so much lightning here tonight that anything is possible. So no lead is safe. And if you're Homer, you get the ball back. You just want to grind out and use that clock. Take as much time as you need and keep moving the football.
Late in the game, WPIAL action, Indiana and Highlands were knotted up at 21 apiece, but Highlands was driving last report. See if I have any other updates. John Updike from the gun, empty set. Dances in the pocket. Going to throw deep, and guess what? Another receiver absolutely wide open. It is Brendan Lohr, and Lohr inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line. Can anybody cover anybody? And it's going to be a gain of about 35 yards.
I see Coach Arone down here talking to Coach Page, and it's like, what's going on out there? I mean, they don't even seem to know. These guys are wide open, as you described, Mark, and it just doesn't make any sense.
Brennan Lohr, 36 yards officially to the Wildcat 16. They're in the Citizens Ambulance red zone.
This could be into the 60s before it's decided.
Yep. Updike. And a flag late again. Boy, we've had late flags.
Flag on the play.
And false start on the Indians.
5-yard penalty.
Stay with us for our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show. Head coach Greg Page will join us up here in our S&T Bank broadcast booth. People Forward Banking. We'll have radio replays, a look at the stats. 8th penalty on the Indians. Quick stats all night long. Brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. Time to be first.
Maybe those guys will just get tired running those deep patterns.
DJ Bambino's been a thorn in the Wildcat side. He's to the left boundary, and Updike going to throw right sideline instead. He lays it out there, but too far for the intended receiver. That time, Good stride-for-stride coverage by Will Jones, who's going to get up slowly. The intended receiver was Dylan Havanek. And both Jones, you see them injured a lot, but they seem to bounce back.
Looks like a bit of an ankle there.
Yeah, Dan had an ankle down at River Valley, and now it's Will that's hobbled a little bit.
Officials timeout.
Those two are injury prone.
If he's going to, no, he's coming off. I thought he might try to stick it out.
4:08 here in the third quarter. Appreciate everybody tuning in and watching on Renda Digital TV. Reminder about that great pizza special tonight. Thanks to the GC Sportsman's Club for bringing us a sample. 12-inch thin crust, only $5. $1 extra for toppings. And it was delicious. We had pepperoni and sausage.
That wasn't any side salad they brought you there.
I hope that's not a side salad as large as it was. Updike pressured, rolls near side toward the Wildcat bench, pump fake, gets by McCracken to the 20, going to scamper out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. So he'll gain a couple, did a good job of buying himself some time, but that time could not find anybody open, and the Indians are going to be faced now with third down and about 13 to go. The football at the Wildcat 18-yard line.
That's probably what the Cats are going to need to do is send an extra man, put pressure on.
Going to be closer to third down and 11. The yard marker's not with the ball at the 18-yard line. So it's third down and about 11 to go. John Updike takes the direct snap. Backside pressure coming from Mills. He dumps it off underneath, has a receiver, Lohr flung down by the freshman, Brady Frazier, who's been inserted into the secondary. Good job by Frazier, who does have good speed.
That was a good play.
And good, speaking of speed, Mills was coming with some pressure that I think Updike felt from behind.
Yep.
3:38 to play. It looks like they're bringing their field goal team on to try to get within 14. Satoski, right-footed soccer-style kicker, going to be a difficult angle right to left from the right hash. Holder, Caden Valentine, their long snapper is Sam Schaefer. 31-yard attempt, plenty of leg, and the kick is good.
Satoski's kick from
31-yard field goal for Jackson Satoski, who has a good leg, and it's 44-30. We have 74 on the board here at Memorial Field. As we step out, it's Homer Center 44, Conemaugh Township 30 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Looking to experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club was founded 65 years ago to support and sponsor a startup midget football program. Some 65 years later, the Boosters have grown and now serve as the primary recreational arm of the Homer Center School District, sponsoring various sports such as baseball, softball, elementary boys and girls basketball, and yes, Bears football remains the foundation for our Varsity Wildcats program, teaching the basic skills to our children. Go Bears and go Wildcats from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club.
Conemaugh breaks into the loose 40, 45, 50 into Conemaugh Township territory where he's finally forced out of bounds. We mentioned Gabe, who's a talented athlete on the junior high team. Riley, just coming back from a concussion, is a good athlete too, and he made something happen on special teams. Outstanding return.
He didn't have a prayer back there, Mark. He picked the ball up. It was squibbed along the ground. The time he picked it up, the pursuit was there, so he started to his right, and it said, that ain't going to work. Turned around, went to his left, and went about 30 yards upfield. Great return.
Football marked down at the Indians' 43. Jerry, how long on that return?
From the 21.
21, 19, about 20, 35 yards, yep. And Braden Dunn is hit hard, dropped after a short gain. maybe to the 41-yard line. That field goal drive for Conemaugh Township, 5 plays, 31 yards, took a minute 47. Sam Schaefer on the tackle for the Indians. It'll be 2nd down and 9. So this third quarter, we've had a long Wildcat possession that resulted in a field goal. We had a 63-yard touchdown pass on Conemaugh Township's next offensive play. A Brian Mills 92-yard kickoff return on the ensuing kickoff, and then a field goal for the Indians. Other than that, not much has happened in this quarter. Braden Dunn going to tuck it away. Comes near sideline to the 40, runs through a tackle 35-30, and going to finally be dropped down by DJ Bambino, but it's going to be enough for a first down. Tim Collins actually it was 11, not 10. But Dunn, who's over 100 yards rushing tonight, is down at the 29-yard line.
Big run there by Braden there. Looked like he had him trapped, but he turned the jets on, got to the corner. And again, that's going to allow Homer pretty much to run this quarter out, thank goodness. My goodness, I haven't seen a game like this in a long, long time.
Give to Landon Hill, who's had a big night. Short gain. Maybe to the 28-yard line, up off the bottom of the pile for the Indians. Steven Stango, one of the linebackers. Stango, strong side backer. Under 2 minutes to play here in this wild and woolly third quarter. 44-30, Homer Center with the lead and the ball.
Atlanta couldn't get any momentum going forward there. Did a little hop step and just kind of killed his own momentum, and they tripped him up in the secondary there.
Braden Dunn with Landon Hill to his left. And hands it to Hill again as they feed him the football. And he stutter steps his way to about the 25-yard line. Might have been better off maybe bouncing that to the sideline. But tough to see down there what we can see up here. 1:15 to play here in the third quarter. Wildcats going to be faced with 3rd down and 5. End of 3, Northern Cambria now 28-14 over Portage. Cambria Heights shut out Penn's Manor. Boy, that was a quick game, wasn't it? 21-0. River Valley end of 3 leading West Shamokin 34-21. River Valley, I think, gained a lot of confidence after that Homer Center shellacking.
Over Homer, yeah, they've been rolling.
Tight game, United Valley 14, Marion Center 6. That's a final. Purchase Line final 34-14 over Conemaugh Valley. Give to Braden Dunn, keeps it, and he's inside the 25 to the 24. Those games are all over, Warden. We're still
we got a whole quarter to
third quarter. All this scoring. And the Wildcats, let's see. I think, they will have to run another play in this quarter. It's 4th down and about 5 to go for Homer Center.
Well, they need this first down more.
Don't forget bingo every Thursday night at the Altman Volunteer Fire Department. You think there's a lot of points here, you ought to go to Altman's bingo. They give away a lot of dough. Ward, I don't know if they offer free rides for seniors like you or not. 4th down and 4. Brian Mills in the backfield, rolling to his left. Braden Dunn cuts it up, makes a little move, fighting for that lead chain, and he has a first down inside the 20-yard line. Outstanding run, outstanding vision for Braden Dunn, the junior signal caller, who just keeps improving. And they're going to say he fumbled the football, and it's going to be Conemaugh Township ball. Well, we didn't see that, did we? And there's a flag down, too. Or was that the beanbag they're saying maybe up here in the booth and not a flag? Well, he was fighting for extra yardage, and the officials are conferring, and quarter is over. It looks like it's going to be Conemaugh Township's ball heading to the 4th. So too bad for Braden Dunn and Homer Center. They had something going on there. And Conemaugh Township with a big forced turnover. They'll have the ball as we open the 4th. Thanks to friends of Shireen Hess presenting the third quarter of action. Crazy scoring in the third. It's now Homer Center 44 and the Conemaugh Township Indians 30 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Introducing the new Colonial Advantage at Colonial Auto Group, our complimentary program with every new and used vehicle. 1 year of no-charge maintenance, meaning you can enjoy your new vehicle and let us take care of the rest. Plus, a lifetime warranty. That's a $2,500 value. The Colonial Advantage program is our way of giving you peace of mind with every Colonial vehicle purchase. Colonial Auto Group, home of the Colonial Advantage. Visit shopcolonialcars.com.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Points for Homer Center in that quarter, 9 for Conemaugh Township.
Don't want to be trading scores, though, and this is a critical set of downs, I think. Homer's got to stop the Conemaugh Township.
They will start at their own 16-yard line after that turnover. And John Updike looking to pass. Little bubble screen out there in the flat to Brendan Lohr. And Lohr up the left sideline. Ran through 1 tackle, got a block, 2, and he's going to pick up first down yardage. Lohr had 3 receptions coming into tonight's game for 29 yards. Clock stopped. Was there a flag, Dennis? I don't see one.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is on the far sideline, right near the Conemaugh Township bench. And the officials...
It's on them again.
The officials actually faced the wrong way when he gave that sign. But it is pointing against Conemaugh Township. There it is, holding. So they'll mark that off. It was maybe beyond
on the Indians.
The line of scrimmage.
10 yards from the spot.
So they'll back it up to the 13-yard line. So that'll be a loss net of 3. So it'll be first down and 13 for Conemaugh Township. They break huddle with trips to the right. And John Updike looking, firing over the middle, has Lohr again. Another hole in that Wildcat secondary.
Pass completed.
Actually, that might be 6. Kyler Mozzie on the reception, and it is.
Updike's got a ton of time back there, just picking out guys, and he's got a good arm. He's putting it right on the money.
So they gain 11 on first and 13, up to the 27-yard line, where it'll be second down and a yard. Homer Center leading 44-30, and now we have an official timeout. They're going to say first down. It was, let's see, 20. Yeah, that's right, though, because the original line of scrimmage was the 16. So,
first down, first and 10 Indians.
14-yard gain. Updike passing on every down. Throws sideline, and it's caught by Lohr, tackled by Brady Frazier, who closed quickly, and there's a flag on the play again, right near that yard marker across the way on the Conemaugh Township bench, and we'll see what this penalty is about. The clock is still running, and it shouldn't be. They finally stop it at the 11:03 mark. You know, in the Whitfield, Jason Hill, our sales manager, is a PIAA official. Paul Tatarko's on the sales team as a PIAA official. In the Whitfield, you have to pay the clock operator and play clock operator. That was their assignment tonight at Plum. They like it because it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
But in the Heritage Conference, mostly not volunteers per se, but the school district marks it. So 5-yard.
Is it a 5-yard?
Yeah, I thought it was
a face mask.
That's a signal he gave.
So it'll be first and 5 for Conemaugh Township. And Updike looking, being pressured by McCracken, throws it into the ground. Good play by Updike, realizing nothing was open. Closest receiver to the ball was the dangerous DJ Bambino tonight. DJ came into tonight's action with 2 receptions for 61 yards. he had 2 for 100 and 2 touchdowns
he
here.
Did pretty good already. They're all doing pretty good. This is a big series for the Wildcat defense. You don't want to get Conemaugh Township within a score. What puts all the pressure on your offense.
Yeah, I was just looking down there. They're looking for a couple of kids. And I'm pretty sure the kids that are heckling down there are the kids that drive.
So Landon Hill 3 touchdowns tonight. 2nd down and 5 for Township, however. And Updike all kind of time. Gets by McCracken, throws, and it's intercepted by Ocean Maritito. Or out of bounds. Let's see how they roll it. It's going to be a turnover. First interception of the season for Homer Center, and it belongs to junior Ocean Maritita. And the Wildcats defense forces their 2nd turnover of the night, and they will have the football right at midfield with 10:50 to play in the football game.
Correct result of some pressure on Updike, and then he was rolling to his left and didn't get a lot on that ball, and it kind of sailed on him there. Tito, I wasn't sure he caught it in bounds. That was my concern. Obviously he did. Boy, this is a huge drive. This could put the nail in the coffin for Township if the Wildcats can take it down and punch it in.
Ball at midfield. Braden Dunn with an H-back left, Palmer. And Caden McAnulty, the freshman center, snaps them the ball, and he hands it off to Landon Hill, who backs his way to the 48 of Township. And that will be it for Landon, getting up off the bottom of the pile. Jack Doherty and 66 Hayden Henry on the stop.
8 of 2, 2nd and 8.
He's going to sleep good tonight, isn't he? He's taking a pounding, and his arm, I know he's got sore elbow there. You can tell by the way he's holding it more.
Wildcats trying to earn their 2nd win of the season. One opening night at Marion Center. 2nd down and 8. Ball right in the center of the field on that HC logo, magnificently painted. And there's a fumble, and Conemaugh Township has it. The Wildcats turn it back over. I'm almost certain that a white jersey is cradling that football. And let's see who has it up off the bottom of the pile. It was Hayden Henry. And the Wildcats give it right back. Well, these teams have been trading things that aren't so good here in the 4th quarter after trading scores in the 3rd quarter.
Braden's having trouble right now. I think he's trying to do a little too much. If you notice there, they had about 7 up, and then another one was coming on a blitz. So they were sending the whole house to kind of plug up this Homer option run, and that time it worked.
From the Wildcat 49, Updike throws sideline, led his receiver who was breaking free. 1-2 against another 2 there. Dylan Havanek, the intended receiver, and Brady Frazier, the defender.
Well, the trouble with this is that he's throwing incompletions, which stops the clock, so we're not really burning any time off it. Homer needs to get the ball back and hold on to it. Wow.
Second down, 10 to go from the Wildcat 49. Ball in the center of the field. Updike takes the shotgun snap. Throws, has a receiver Lohr open at the 45 to the 40. It's actually Mozzie, the 35, the 30. They'll move the chains.
Completed number 6, Kyler Mozzie.
Kyler Mozzie, their leading receiver, entering the game. Brian Mills being announced as the tackler. We'll go with that. From the 49 to the 27, that's a gain of 22.
Once again, the big play is in order here when Homer just unable to get to Updike, and they're unable to cover these guys. They're breaking open every which way, out, in.
Receivers to the right. Dylan Havanek and Kyler Mozzie. Updike again looking to pass. This time he's going to run with those great wills, and he's going to slide down, which tells me he's not feeling 100% with that shoulder. And he took what was available to him, and I think that's why we haven't seen him run much tonight. Jared, what has quarterback John Updike carried about 6, 7, 8 times maybe? Looks like 6 on the chart for a total of 64 yards, and one of those was a 70-yard touchdown run. He's been sacked a couple of times, obviously, to hurt those numbers.
Need to get sacked again.
2nd down and 7 at the 24. Twin receivers to the right, and they have a man in the backfield who flares out to the left. Rolling to his right, he's going to throw. A flag coming. Pass is caught at the 10-yard line. And Jackson Arone tackles Dylan Havanek, but we may have a hold, and we do, on Conemaugh Township. The officials, by the way, are from District 5, and District 5 would be Conemaugh Township territory. Officials, Alfred Goodissart, Scott Dearman, Annette, his wife, Alfred Gossart's wife. Had been news if it was Scott Dearmart's wife. So there, husband and wife team refereeing tonight. Cody Wilson, Douglas Hengst, and Ed Beidel. This time running backs left and right of the quarterback Updike. On 2nd down and 17 at the 34 after the penalty. Updike stands tall in the pocket, throws, has a receiver open. Out in the left flat, Mozzie makes a move. Ocean Maritita has him corralled along with Homer Center's Jackson Taylor. Good hustle from Taylor to get over there. They moved him this week
Taylor Maritita in on the stop.
around a little bit. It'll be 3rd down and 15, only a 2-yard gain to the 31-yard line of the Wildcats. 8:23 clock moving here in the football game. Time becoming the enemy of Conemaugh Township. They almost have to score on this drive board.
Again, you got to keep the pressure on him. He threw that underneath. He had no other options. That's what you got to do. Don't limit his choices.
Trips to the right. Updike loads up, fires incomplete. Off of the hands of the intended receiver, Dylan Havanek. Probably should have been caught, but that ball has some mustard on it from the 6'2", 195-pound senior quarterback, John Updike, who returns tonight after missing the last 2 weeks.
This is the danger. 4th and long.
Wildcats have given up a ton of big plays on 3rd and 4th down.
They didn't cover anybody, and this is paramount here. I'm sure the coaches are yelling.
They've given up big plays on 1st and 2nd down, too. 4th and 15 is young group trying to find traction. Big play here for Township. Updike, he loses the ball, and that should be a fumble. I think it was knocked out. It doesn't matter because they're going to turn it over on downs. He's pleading his case that it should be an incomplete pass.
Either way.
The officials have not changed it from a fumble, and it looks like it's going to be Homer Center ball with 7:57 to play in the football game. It will be Homer Center's ball. It's just a matter of was it an incomplete pass or a fumble. They're conferring, which is what they should do. And let's see what the referee says. I think he was just arguing with his wife. Incomplete pass.
Rolling on the field is an
Homer gets a little better field position out of it. They'll get it on the about the 32.
10 from the previous spot. 1st and 10 Homer Center, ball at the 32-yard line.
Now, been saying this all night, but be nice to possess the ball for a while and they get a few first downs and work that clock.
That's what they did on their opening drive of this second half, possessing it for 6.5 minutes. It ended in a field goal.
You watch the defense here. They're all cheating up.
Everybody within 4 yards of the line of scrimmage, and they bring the house, and they stop Landon Hill. I don't know why when you see that, Ward, and there's coaches up above us too, those short passes are going to be wide open.
Yeah, they are, and we've been talking about that all year, and Braden Dunn's an accurate thrower. Those are 6-yard passes, could turn into big plays.
Josh Baker, left tackle, sophomore, 6 foot, 250-pound tackle, made the stop. 2nd down and 9. Hill in the backfield with Braden Dunn. Motion from Mills, and they're going to give it to him to come near side, and he's tripped up. Excellent defensive play by the free safety, Brennan Lohr. And when the free safety's in the backfield, Ward, you're bringing the house.
They're bringing him up, and you could see that. So you got to do something to take advantage of that. Over the top or into those little turn-ins.
To emphasize the point, of them bringing the house. Landon Hill, his last 5 runs have totaled 7 yards.
Yeah, they're cheating up. You can see that, and there's basically 2 people deep.
6:45 clock running. Wildcats trying to improve to 2-3 at the midway point of this Heritage Conference season. Indians in danger of dropping to 0-5. Braden Dunn with pressure coming. Going to throw deep for Will Jones. There's interference, and that's about as obvious as it gets, as the defender Tim Collins had his back to the pass coming, and Will Jones was trying to come back toward the ball. And when you have your back to the play and you don't look back, that's probably the bigger key. He did not look back at all, and that is obvious pass interference.
Call. If you don't see the ball and you run into the receiver, that's interference, and the receiver can run to the ball, which is he was trying to do. So that's classic pass interference.
15-yard penalty and the yardage will be enough for a Wildcat. First down.
They marked the ball forward from the 31-yard line to the 47. So, well, it was a line of scrimmage at 32, Jer.
Yeah, 32.
Okay, so it was not a 16-yard mark-off. So to the 47, the Wildcats' new set of downs. Short side toward the Wildcat bench. They fake it to McCracken. Dunn keeps it, fumbled the football. Let's see who has this one. It might be Homer Center's
Landon Hill.
Caden McAnulty came up with that football, the freshman center. So Braden Dunn has coughed it up twice, and he's hurting this time. He got a helmet right into the ribs.
He got hit hard.
Second down and 12 at the 15. He may have to come out because he's really struggling. Brian Mills coming into the game, and he took a pretty good shot.
So they'll go into that Wildcat formation with Landon Hill. That's what I was trying to think of before. And I don't know how healthy Landon Hill is right now.
He isn't.
I don't even see him out there.
He's on the sideline.
So Wildcats huddled around head coach Greg Page, and they start the play clock, which is set at 25 seconds. They're going to send Jackson Arone and Dan Jones, receivers, to the right, wide side of the field if you're watching up top. Down at the bottom of your screen, Will Jones and Caleb Palmer with Isaiah McCracken as a protector. And Brian Mills takes the handoff, and Mills, short gain. Maybe, and there's a flag coming in, and that might be on Homer Center. Let's see. Could be unsportsmanlike the way Homer Center is responding.
I think McCracken had done something.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Boy, you really don't want to win this game, do you?
Oh, actually, both ways. So they're going to cancel each other out.
Well, they got a break there.
Penalties on both the Wildcats and the Indians.
That clock's taking forever, isn't it?
5:40 to play. Yeah, if you're a Wildcat fan, but if you're a Conemaugh Township fan watching and listening tonight, they're saying, yeah, it's getting short on us too.
It's going too fast for them.
Yeah. And now Greg Page again calls his offense, which is patchwork at this point. 5:30 clock running, and Brian Mills will be the quarterback. I've been told that Brady Frazier has been taking snaps too, and they have some hopes for him as a quarterback. Mills takes the shotgun snap, trying to bounce it outside. Mills not going to get much, tackled right in front of that Conemaugh Valley bench. Or Conemaugh Township bench, I should say.
Stay in bounds.
They're going to have to punt it away, and the freshman punter steps on out.
Short gain on the play will be 4th down and 10 for the Wildcats.
By the way, word I was told by the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, that salad is a $5 salad.
It's more than a pizza. That's a good-looking salad, though.
Going to say
That's
hello
still a good buy.
to the Lee Sox watching down in Jupiter, Florida. Good to hear from Tim Leasock, faithful listener and viewer of our games. Good punt from Brady Frazier up into the lights, and they're going to have to allow it to roll dead. And it takes a Wildcat bounce all the way to the 11-yard line, where we will have a media timeout after a 42-yard punt and no return. Flag on the play too, but we're going to break with 4:27 to play in the football game. It's Homer Center 44, Conemaugh Township 30 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club invites you to take a look at the club voted Best in Indiana County 2023. Inside, you can find members unwinding with friends and enjoying delicious food like their homemade pizza. You can relax in the club by playing darts, pool, or shuffleboard. The club is a great place to watch your favorite team with family and friends. Proud to sponsor the Wildcats, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Grayston. The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club was founded 65 years ago to support and sponsor a startup midget football program. Some 65 years later, the Boosters have grown and now serve as the primary recreational arm of the Homer Center School District, sponsoring various sports such as baseball, softball, elementary boys and girls basketball, and yes, Bears football remains the foundation for our Varsity Wildcats program, teaching the basic skills to our children. Go Bears and go Wildcats from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons.
The field to navigate, although I should be careful with how I say that.
Nothing.
Updike throws the slant, and the official, with good coverage on Kyler Mozzie, knocked the ball right from him. Mozzie said, "What are you doing?" And it's going to be incomplete. That's a completion, if not for the official.
All it is a down.
Tell Coach Hilliard I said hi and make sure there's no sauce on his face from that pizza.
We're clean, Tim. You ain't seen anything like this before, have you?
26th pass attempt by Updike, and now there's a flag. And we might have motion on the Indians. It'll back them up to the 3-yard line, half the distance. Again, final scores. These games have been over a long time, and we have 4:23 left here. Offside on Homer Center, so it'll be 2nd down and 5. United 14, Marion Center 6.
Good. Stingers are playing well.
Purchase line 34, Conemaugh Valley 14, River Valley 48, West Shamokin 27. Homer Center, of course, we know that score. Northern Cambria 38, Portage 20. That's the final. Here, 4-7 years ago.
Holy
21-0 final. Penns Manor defeated Cambria Heights defeated Penns Manor 21-0. 2nd and 5. Updike's 27th pass is complete to Brendan Lohr. He's going to have a first down.
Tito on the coverage. Gain of 7.
The fact that the speedy Updike has not run the football after a 70-yard run, Ward, they're obviously protecting him. Yes, they're having success in the passing game, but the kid has some wheels. 349 yards rushing, 37 rushes, a 9.4 average in their first 2 games before he was hurt. And tonight just 6.
And the passing game is a little inflated here by lack of coverage by the Wildcats.
He was just 11 of 26 in those first 2 losses before getting injured. 1st and 10. Updike, pressured by Garrett Green, rolls to his right, throws on the run, too tall, and then is caught on a deflection by Dylan Havanek. Well, better to be lucky than good. Not that he's not good, but that was a little bit of luck for the Indians.
That was a lot of luck.
And they will gain 5 yards on that play.
It could have been picked as easily as caught, but it was tipped and caught. So they keep the clock going, though.
Wildcats had that happen against them on a big, long distance play last week when Caden McCauley caught a deflected pass.
Yep.
Kept the drive alive. This time it makes it 2nd and 5. Indians with the clock against them with 3:40 to play at their own 23. Updike throws out in the flat. That bubble screen is deflected around and incomplete. Off of the hands. Was that 5 or 8, Dennis? Cameron Dunn had it, dropped it. I think he was looking where he was going before he cradled that football.
Big number 54 was headed his way, and
Jackson Taylor.
Nice job by him getting out in there.
Wildcats secondary, Braden Dunn is back in there. You can see him kind of hunched over right now, out of the screen.
He's hurting bad,
Yeah.
I can tell you. He got hit hard. The thing is, he can't let anybody get behind him.
Brady Frazier, Ocean Maritita, Jackson Arone, Will Jones in the dime look here for Homer Center. And Updike dancing, pressure coming, throws, back foot, intercepted by Jackson Arone at the 30, and he's going to return it inside the 20, and that should put the Wildcats in pretty good shape here. Conemaugh Township does have all 3 timeouts remaining, but he threw off his back foot, pressured on the play. That caused the errant toss, and it's going to be 1st and 10. The Wildcats are going to start in the Citizens Ambulance red zone. Citizens Ambulance, their coverage includes 7 school districts and 47 municipalities in 3 counties. Their membership drive right around the corner. Community support makes it work. Our timeouts all night long, too, brought to you by Luxembourg's Jewelers. Luxembourg Jewelers in the Indiana Mall in downtown Indiana, serving Indiana and the surrounding area since 1916.
Just hold on to the ball.
1st and 10 from the red zone. McCracken, sidecar left, takes the handoff from Braden, and he goes far sideline to the 15, barrels his way down to about the 13, maybe even the 12-yard line. So a good first down win for Homer Center, and we'll be under 3 minutes when they snap the ball with what is a 44-30 lead over the Indians at this point.
There's going to be some tired players coming off this field tonight, both sides.
Conemaugh Township will drop to 0-5 apparently, and next week they will host the Northern Cambria Colts, so it's not going to get easier. Actually going to get more difficult.
Yeah, it probably will.
2nd down and 3. Football at about the 12-yard line. McCracken in the backfield takes the handoff from Braden Dunn, and they stack him up and stop him right near the line of scrimmage.
Number 64, Josh Baker on the
Conemaugh Township, they haven't started a season 0-5 since 2017. Wildcats off to their worst start since the school's only winless season when they were 0-9 in 2011.
As poorly as they've played, and they pull this one out, they could be 2-3. It's been in a playoff spot.
Well, they would be vault past Marion Center into a playoff spot, into 8th place, actually.
That's hard to imagine.
I'll give you those standings after this play. 3rd down and 3 from the 12. And Braden Dunn hands it off to McCracken again. And Isaiah, good hard-nosed running, has a first down. Going to be down around the 5-yard line on the far side of the field, trying to catch a number over there. Might have been Aiden Burnworth. Yeah, the District 6 standings, Class A, top 8 make it. Marion Center was in 8th with 120 points. Homer Center was 9th, 110. Homer Center, they win. Marion Center already lost. Yep. They'll move past Portage. The give to McCracken. McCracken down to about the 1-yard line, maybe the 2, stacked up by the interior of that line. So let's see here, Ward. Portage drops to 2-3. Homer Center improves to 2-3. Cambria Heights 1. Penns Manor lost there. So the Wildcats will enter Week 6 in 7th place in the District 6 playoff rankings.
Did you bet any money on that?
Well, I knew they were only 10 points out entering the night.
A couple weeks ago.
Wildcats haven't had back-to-back sub-500 seasons since 2006 and 2007. 2007 was Coach Page's first year. Braden Dunn takes the direct snap, maybe a slight bobble, takes a knee, and I don't think Conemaugh Township's going to stop it. They wind the clock here at Memorial Field.
Shaking hands already.
3rd down.
They'll have to run another play.
One more knee. Wow. but it's a big win. It turns your season a little bit, gives you some confidence. There's a lot of things they still got to work on, but they got a lot better tonight than we've seen them, that's for sure.
They take another knee, and that's going to do it. So, believe it or not, no scoring for either team in that fourth quarter after they put up points, both of them in every quarter from 1 through 3. Final score here tonight, Homer Center 44 and the Conemaugh Township Indians 30. We're coming back with our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show as we continue right here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Dan and Evan.
Did you know Citizens Ambulance Service is there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Did you know, just like today, Citizens Ambulance is there for your local high schools, IUP, and their student athletes every week?
Did you know Citizens Ambulance Service is there for you because of you?
Household memberships help cover the cost of being ready 24/7 for the community. Becoming a new member is easy. Stay tuned in the coming weeks to find out how. Community support makes it work.
Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club invites you to take a look at the club voted Best in Indiana County 2023. Inside, you can find members unwinding with friends and enjoying delicious food like their homemade pizza. You can relax in the club by playing darts, pool, or shuffleboard. The club is a great place to watch your favorite team with family and friends. Proud to sponsor the Wildcats, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Grayston.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Milk every moment.
The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club was founded 65 years ago to support and sponsor a startup midget football program. Some 65 years later, the Boosters have grown and now serve as the primary recreational arm of the Homer Center School District, sponsoring various sports such as baseball, softball, elementary boys and girls basketball, and yes, Bears football remains the foundation for our Varsity Wildcats program, teaching the basic skills to our children. Go Bears and go Wildcats from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club.
The Wildcats hosted Heritage Conference newcomer Conemaugh Township and dropped them to a fifth straight loss while picking up their second to improve to 2-3. A crazy 44-30 victory for Homer Center. They deferred, kicked off to Conemaugh Township. They went 3 and out. Wildcats went right to work, an 8-play, 65-yard drive, and it was capped off on a third down and goal play from the CT-13. Dunn throwing wide open. Will Jones catches it near the left pylon. Touchdown, Homer Center. As the Wildcats are on the board, they drive 65 yards, and Will Jones absolutely wide open for his fifth touchdown reception, and it's 6-0 Homer Center. Kick was wide left from Brady Frazier, 6-0 at that point. But back came the Conemaugh Township Indians, ensuing position starting at their own 30-yard line. Second play, they were faced with 2nd down and 10. Updike to pass again, steps up in the pocket. Little ball fake, up the left sideline. Look at him run to midfield, to the 40, to the 30, to the 25-20, and he is going to take it 70 yards for a touchdown. Look at those wheels in front of the Conemaugh Valley bench, right to the pylon. and we are tied at 6 with 5:43 left here in the first quarter. Indians had their only lead 7-6 after Jackson Satoski's extra point. Landon Hill then got into the act for Homer Center, scoring 2 touchdowns. Sandwiched between was a Conemaugh Township fumble. Landon Hill's first touchdown capped off a 4-play, 60-yard drive with about 4 minutes left in the quarter. And Dunn hands it off to Hill. Hill leans for the goal line, and he's there. Touchdown, Homer Center Wildcats. With 3:59 to play in the first half as the dreaded air horn goes off. 3:59 to play. It's 12-7. Homer Center with the lead back. After that Conemaugh Township fumble, Wildcats started at the Indians' 35. Short time later, Landon Hill one more time. Second and goal. High snap, but he pulls it down, gives to Hill, and he's into the end zone for his second touchdown of the night, 5th of the season. And it is now 18-7. Homer Center Wildcats leading the Conemaugh Township Indians as they take advantage of that fumble, which was a little suspect. We thought maybe the runner was down, but the Wildcats will take the break. They need a break or two, quite frankly, and they got it, and they lead 18-7. 20-7 at the end of the first quarter. Homer Center with the lead. Dunn hit Jones on a 2-point conversion pass. We headed to the second quarter. Conemaugh Township punted. Wildcats started at the 34-yard line. Took them 4 plays and 66 yards. They had a 26-yard run by Braden Dunn to the Conemaugh Township 39. They were eventually faced with a 1st and goal at the Indians' 8. Play fake, and to the goal line, to the end zone goes Braden Dunn for a touchdown. His first rushing touchdown of the season. And the Wildcats are up 26-7 with 10:04 to play in the first half. Well done, Braden Dunn, running this offense. Ensuing kickoff with the Wildcats leading 28-7 after a Brian Mills 2-point conversion run. 83-yard kickoff return by Cameron Dunn. We don't have that replay, but it was a heck of a run return, and it was 28-14 with 9:53 to play in the Wild first half. Later, the Wildcats, after a 43-yard Indians punt, took over at the 40-yard line. 7-play, 60-yard drive. They got it down to the Indians' 7-yard line. Landon Hill, his 3rd of the night on this play. Hands it off to Landon Hill again. Little jump cut, and just bulldozes his way into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the night. 4:07 left in the first half. It's now Homer Center 34 and the Conemaugh Township Indians 14 as the Wildcats drive 60 yards. The Indians weren't finished before the half. Started at the 45-yard line of Township, and they drove 55 yards. Actually, after a Wildcat timeout, a big breakdown on 4th down and 4. Going to try to turn it over on downs here. Uptake, ball fake. Look at the receiver, wide open, takes it at the 7-yard line and walks into the end zone. DJ Bambino on 4th down and 4, a 37-yard touchdown pass from John Updike, his 6th of the season, and the Indians are back in it with 26 seconds to go. It's now 34-20. Jackson Satoski's extra point made it 34-21 with 26 seconds to play, and that's where we were at the half. Third quarter, scoring all over the place, including a couple of field goals. Wildcats with a ball possession drive. They chewed about 6 minutes and 25 seconds off the clock. It bogged down inside the 10-yard line, so they turned to their freshman kicker, his first career field goal. Going to be a 25-yard attempt. Snap is put down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. Caught the left upright. 25-yard field goal, and the kick is good. 37-21. Homer Center with the advantage over the Conemaugh Township Indians. That'll feel good for the freshman after a couple of PAT misses. Freshman is Brady Frazier who made that good. Back came the Indians starting at the 37-yard line. Well, it didn't take them long. Updike throwing deep and taking it in stride is DJ Bambino as Maritita got beat. And one play, 63 yards later, it is a touchdown, and it's 37-27. Just like that, back come the Indians. More bad coverage from Homer Center. 2-point conversion pass was incomplete. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third. We had a 37-27 game in favor of the Wildcats, but Brian Mills had a big answer, the talented junior, for Homer Center on the ensuing kickoff. Line drive kick, and Brian Mills picks it up at the 8-yard line near the left hash to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, makes a move, comes near side to the 40, to the 30, to the 25, 20, runs through another tackle, and he takes it to Mrs. Renowski's house. 95-yard return, make it 97-yard return for Brian Mills, and he electrifies this Wildcat crowd, and it's 43-27. We have touchdowns on back-to-back plays both ways, and equally electrifying, but for the home side, a lot more gratifying. 44-27 after Brady Frazier's extra point. We closed out the scoring on a 31-yard field goal on Conemaugh Township's next possession. 44-30 at the 3:15 mark after a 31-yard field goal. And believe it or not, after all of that craziness, that was the final score of the game as the Wildcats improved to 2-3. Conemaugh Township drops to 0-5 for the first time since 2017. Our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show will continue with head coach Greg Page and a look at the stats, too. All coming up next from Memorial Field in Homer City on the first Commonwealth Bank postgame show on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale...
Save big during the Dowd's Custom Order Sales Event. Buy one item at Dowd's special sale price and get a second item of equal or lesser value at half off. That's right, every other item at half off. Dowd's has the latest trends in custom furnishings, plus America's finest manufacturers. And the savings are incredible. Plus, get free financing for 1 full year. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
Did you know Citizens Ambulance Service is there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Did you know, just like today, Citizens Ambulance is there for your local high schools, IUP, and their student athletes every week?
Did you know Citizens Ambulance Service is there for you because of you?
Household memberships help cover the cost of being ready 24/7 for the community. Becoming a new member is easy. Stay tuned in the coming weeks to find out how. Community support makes it work.
Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club invites you to take a look at the club voted Best in Indiana County 2023. Inside, you can find members unwinding with friends and enjoying delicious food like their homemade pizza. You can relax in the club by playing darts, pool, or shuffleboard. The club is a great place to watch your favorite team with family and friends. Proud to sponsor the Wildcats, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Grayston.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
All right, Michael, thank you very much. Wildcats win at 44-30. Head coach Greg Page joining us in the broadcast booth, enjoying a little cold drink, legal variety, and also some Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club pizza. Why not? We all did it, and we appreciate their support, Coach, all season long of our video streams, which many people, particularly our older folks that can't get out, they enjoy being able to watch the game, and we couldn't do it without them. Pretty good stuff there, right?
Yeah, I'm glad you guys saved me a piece. I know they have good food down there. We had spaghetti for our pregame meal last week, so kudos to them. I know Stick Lawson and his wife kind of spearhead a lot of that, so many thanks to those folks.
Coach, I'm sure this feels a little bit better than the past 3 weeks.
It does, and it was just like, is it ever going to get here? And, there's times, again, we bailed them out and let them hang, or they made big plays, but then we made big plays too. I can't say enough about our kids. They were bringing pressure. At some points, they were just bringing guys, to try to stop the zone, and for the most part, our guys up front withstood it. Gave a couple of our guys some cracks and seams, and then we hit some big plays too.
Your much maligned defense, you put pressure on them with the coin toss. You deferred, maybe sending a little message to them?
I don't know about that. I think it's just something we've always tried to do. I think it's the first coin toss we've won in 5 games, so maybe that was some positive mojo. But, we looked at it and thought, well, this kid's really good. We weren't sure how effective he was going to be. Nobody knows how hurt somebody is. So we thought, let's get at it right away and see what we're made of.
Forced to 3 and out. Great news. Good job by the defense. And then your offense went right to work with an 8-play, 65-yard drive. And Braden Dunn, who had a tough night, he was hit hard a few times tonight, but he hung in there, and early in the game, good ball to Will Jones, who took it the distance.
Yeah, I mean, that's something we go to. We're going to have to try to give it a different kind of look now. We've used that. That was actually a key touchdown at Marion Center too, but we're going to switch up some stuff on that, change the route combinations, but it's part of a mesh concept that we put in this year, and I think it was wide open. They were creeping people up, so if you're going to do that, and we get a little bit of time. And Braden, I can't say enough about him. My gosh, I mean, for not having the real quarterback experience, he still has good vision downfield. There's times, I know there's pressure coming because they're bringing a lot of people, but he throws some good balls. And even a couple times we got past interference calls, and that's because he's putting it out there and putting pressure on the corners.
They did have a big play on their second possession. I know you weren't too happy when Updike took off down the left sideline for 70 and gave them a brief lead.
Yeah, and I thought, I shouldn't be negative like this, but I thought, here we go again. But he's a great athlete. I mean, and, what we figured all along was he was going to play. I mean, you have to assume that and you prepare for that. What we didn't know was that they were going to completely go away from the run and throw what felt like 70 passes. You guys are telling me 30, so I'll believe that. But that's hard to believe. It was only 30. But again, for a lot of stretch of the game, we were controlling the clock too.
15 of 30 for 183 yards passing, a couple of interceptions. It was good that the defense forced some turnovers tonight. We talked about that yesterday in our pregame scrum, and only 2 forced turnovers, but that changed tonight.
Well, yeah, and the thing of it was we had some breakdowns. I mean, their touchdown late in the second quarter was obscene after a timeout. And they had another couple long passes, but other than that, I thought it was just chipping away. We kept things in front, and we did get a little more aggressive in the secondary, and was able to get around the ball and get a few picks.
Well, I
thought our pressure was good at times too.
Yeah, it was.
To
Garrett
flush
Green.
him out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Garrett had a strong interior game, and then we had Isaiah. Isaiah was figuring out how to take the angle on this kid and just run him down on the back hip.
Well-balanced rushing attack. When your quarterback can rush for 139 on 19 attempts and your stud running back, Landon Hill, picks up 3 touchdowns on 23 carries and 137 yards, those are some really good numbers, and you rushed for 317 yards tonight. You said yesterday you wanted to get the running game going. And it got going. I guess.
And again, there was a lot of pressure at times. Guys on the sideline kept telling me they're just bringing their backs, they're bringing safeties up. I said, okay, at times you pick your spot, but if we're getting 3-4 plus, and some of those and a few more, again, our line was given some seams, and then you let somebody like Landon pick his seams, and that's what he's really good at. And we got some decent traps too. with our guards, so Braden was able to make some fakes and come up through on some traps and things like that. It's not a bad football team. I mean, the last 2 weeks you might as well write that off with them, because without Updike, he's got to be their all-around leader as far as physically, emotionally, and all that kind of thing. So I knew it was going to be tough.
How about your young freshman kicker, his first career field goal? That had to feel good. I know he was upset missing a couple of PATs, just hooked them a little bit like your golf shots.
Yeah, I know better than to try to play golf, because that's what would happen. Brady's been great. I mean, some of his kickoffs, if we could cover better, his kickoffs were tremendous. I think there was 2 inside the 10.
Yes.
We hadn't seen that much. He's working with Gene Beachigo. And, but he really hit some high and deep. And, of course, then we let the one go back for a touchdown. And I said, hell with it, we're going to start squibbing again. And I know he doesn't want to do that, but that's because we have to cover better. But his field goal, I had no problem. We jumped there on the one, and I said, that made my decision easier, because 4th and 3 is tough in that area. And then 4th and 8, I thought, it's just like an extra point for him. For a freshman, he's shown great poise.
The kick coverage team, I was going to bring that up. Mixed bag for sure. A couple of times they did cover well.
Right.
I know you like using a lot of younger players. Does that kind of force your hand to maybe putting some of the veterans out there to take advantage of his leg?
It might, and we have to look at week by week and see who they put back there. The kid that took it to the house, I saw him make a couple plays on film, but not of the special teams variety. So credit to him. I think that was the Dunn kid, 5, Cameron Dunn.
Yep.
Yeah, and he had a great burst. We had a guy, one of our middle guys, just got completely clocked, and that created a seam, and then he juked a couple guys at the end. So, but we returned a favor on that. Brian Mills,
how about that?
Our kick return team really finally got what we wanted. We got a nice seam with our wedge concept, and that's why he's back there. Number one, he got put back there a couple weeks ago to take the pressure off of Braden back deep. And Brian has what you saw tonight. He's raw. I'm so happy for him.
He's going to be a kid that pushes for more and more PT.
Yeah, and we're trying to get him, the ball more in the offensive set. But when you got a guy like Landon, and then Landon got dinged up a little, so we were working that and trying to get Brian in there a little bit more. He's just not the physical runner. He's got some moves, but we got to keep working on the tough inside between the tackles running with him.
Coach, homecoming next Friday night. It'll be a big challenge. Cambria Heights comes to town off of a 21-0 shutout of a good Penns Manor team.
Yeah.
So you'll have your hands full, but you try to get better day by day, right? Week by week.
Yeah, we needed to get this win. I mean, that's the thing about high school football. When you play once a week, it's all about the momentum and how you feel. And, our guys were down. We did something Monday. I said, listen, we're not even going to go up in the practice field. We're going to rest our legs. I thought we had a great film session on our game, because we did do some positive things again at United. And then we hit the weight room for a little bit. And then we came back and, treated them to some pizza to try to work on the team bonding and the morale. And then we watched a lot of Township and did some chalk talk and adjustments and stuff like that. You take a chance with something like that, but that was my gut feeling. And I usually go with my gut on that. Tuesday was so-so, and Wednesday was just a really good practice. And so, you build up to that, and it's about their morale and their psyche. And then you got to come out and get it done, and they did. Overall, they got the job done.
They did, to the tune of 44-30 over the Conemaugh Township Indians. Coach, as always, thanks for doing this. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you guys very much.
Head coach Greg Page of the Homer Center Wildcats, and we're going to keep it right here and bring Ward Hilliard in to give you the stats that shaped up this 44-30 victory before we say good night. And the Wildcat defense holding the Indians to 256 yards of total offense, and Ward will just hand the baton off to you, and
Thank you very much.
Let you give these numbers as we wrap up tonight's broadcast on the First Commonwealth Bank post-game show.
For the Township, Richardson, 1 carry, 3 yards. Dunn had 2 for 6. Updike, 6 for 64 and a touchdown. Through the air, Updike was 15 of 30 for 183 yards, as you already touched on this, with 1 touchdown pass, 2 interceptions for the Wildcats. They had a total of 73 rushing yards, 183 through the air for 256 offensive yards. For Homer Center, good night for Landon Hill, he had 28 carries, 149, and 3 touchdowns. Mills, 5 carries, 11 yards. Braden Dunn, another nice game, 19 carries, 139, and a score. McCracken had 5 for 18. Looks like they had 242 yards on 32 rushes through the air. Homer was 3 of 6, 1 touchdown for 48. 48, 242, or 317, I'm sorry, and 48, 365 yards total offense for Homer Center.
All right, Ward, thank you very much. Just quickly on our out-of-town scoreboard, we know Cambria Heights defeated the Penns Manor Comets 21-0. Final score, purchase line 34. Conemaugh Valley 14. Red Dragons back on track at 4-1. Valley drops to 0-5. So the two newcomers are a combined 0-10 in the conference. River Valley keeps on rolling, 48-27 over West Shamokin. And I think that team is learning how to win, and it's good news for them. And Northern Cambria improved to 4-1 with a 38-20 victory over Portage, who drops to 2-3. Did not get a final on the Indiana game in the WPIAL.
28-21 Highlands.
Michael Bertig, our executive producer at WCCS, just telling me in the headset, 28-21 Highlands over Indiana. So we want to thank our entire broadcast crew on the Renda Digital stream. Right to my right, John Smathers, our digital manager for Renda Media, does a fantastic job. Actually, in 3 markets he's involved with, but he produces these games, and he, like us, thanks to Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club for making it all possible. Our studio engineer on the radio side for so many years, Michael Bertig, who will be off next week due to Indiana's homecoming. Our statistician, Jerry Rossai, the limo has just left the grounds back to Salzburg, and our spotter, Dennis Mester. For Ward Hilliard, Mark Bertig reminding you that the Wildcats have their second win of the season and their second home game of the season. They'll be back here next week against Cambria Heights. But tonight, it was the Wildcats 44 and the Conemaugh Township Indians 30. Until we talk to you next week on a homecoming night when Cambria Heights comes to town, Mark Bertig wishing you a very pleasant good evening and a great weekend ahead, everybody.
If you don't know tires, know your tire dealer. Lias Tire has structured their hours to